figure that seeing that this is our first session, why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves and what you do in the industry, and tell us about what you do and how long you've been playing or whatnot. Just a little bit about each other, and then we'll start with the game.
Why don't we go from left to right? So starting with Wolfgang.
Oh, sure. I'll go first. I'm old as the hills. Wolfgang Baur, publisher at Kobold Press, and I don't know. I got my start with the magazines, Dungeon Magazine, TSR. That's how long ago I started, and now I run my own little shop and seem to be doing okay with that. I write, I edit, I publish. I love it.
And you lose a lot of minions from time to time too, I heard.
Man, it's hard to keep a good minion around. They drop like flies.
Is it me?
It's over to you,
It
Chris.
is, Chris.
All right.
Totally you.
Hey, I'm Chris Pramas. I'm the president of Green Ronin Publishing. I started playing D&D when I was 10 years old, back in 1979, if I may date myself. I worked at Wizards of the Coast from 98 to 2002, wrote some books like The Guide to Hell and Slavers, and then I started Green Ronin in 2000 and have been doing that the last 15 years. And we just did 2 books for Wizards this year, Out of the Abyss and the Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide.
That was awesome. Good job on those two.
My name is Jonathan G. Nelson. I run AAW Games and AdventureWeek.com. And AdventureWeek.com is a website that has various adventures for Pathfinder, the Pathfinder role-playing game, and then now we've branched out into 5th edition. Just this week we made that announcement, so we've got lots of good stuff for everybody on there. And I just crawled out of bed, so I'm sporting the new Zapatista look this evening. So
he's going gangsta.
Zapatistas. Power to the people.
Hey,
and
Eva.
on to Jen.
Oh man, can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
All right, this weird window popped up and said, "Warning, warning, about to destroy the universe." Hi, I'm Jen Page. I'm an actress and an artist and a mermaid. I've been playing D&D.
And she loves
for
unicorns.
as long as I can remember. First edition will always have a place in my heart. And I worked for Wizards of the Coast for about 13 years doing web design for them. And let's see, what have I been in as an actress? Gamer's Darkness Rising is probably what most people are like, where do I know her from?
No.
So that's me. Looking forward to playing this game and killing a lot of creatures.
Well, I am probably the newest to the industry. I started playing in 85, 86, Red Box D&D, and I've played every D&D or role-playing game with those rules since. So I'm expecting David to correct me on any of the rules that I don't get right. For the last 4 years, I've been working in the industry. I started off as the Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Far God Games. And about 2 years ago, I moved over to Legendary Games. I am their business director. I also freelance write for a few companies. And then I was Gen Con's one of their industry insiders last year. And I also sit on the board for the RPG Creators Relief Fund. I am their treasurer. We also have a charity drive running later this month to help fund any creators who have things pop up in their lives where maybe they can't pay the bills and stuff. And that relief fund is specifically for them. So we will be running that later this month. So keep an eye out for that.
Isn't that every day in the game industry?
Let's hope not.
Well, I appreciate everybody being in the game, and I'm really looking forward to this. So, all right, we are going to start in the Forgotten Realms. I'm sure everybody here has heard of the Forgotten Realms.
What about you, David? Did you
what about me?
Did you tell us your bio? We want to hear your bio.
You want to hear my bio? Sure, I can give you my bio.
Yeah,
all right.
Definitely.
All right, so my name is Dave. I've been playing since about 84. I started playing as a new kid from our neighborhood had pretty much had been segregated. I was in a new area that was being built, and it was for pretty much housing for NASA when the space shuttle program became pretty popular, and my parents got jobs out at NASA. So I was basically in a new area that was being built, and I got funneled to a school that was basically 35 miles away to go to school. and I saw kids playing on the playground, fake sword fighting, in tires, building castles, getting all wet from the water in the tires. So that's how I got into D&D. And I've been pretty much playing ever since. I did take a couple years off because I got hooked into the the EverQuest fad, the Dark Age of Camelot fad, and pretty much online games for about 5 years. But I've really been playing tabletop games hardcore ever since. I've been DMing, even though I've been playing a long time. I've only DM'd about since the end of 2013. So I'm still a rather new DM, but I think with all of the experience playing that I had, I think it really helped me DMing. Love D&D. I started playing Classic. I have an actual Classic level 31 Cleric. I hope to one day hopefully level that with my original group. Played first edition, second edition, dabbled in third a little bit, and then that's when the MMOs came out about 2000. So, but I really got back into fourth, fifth, and that's pretty much what I've been playing. And I love Dragon Age. I love the Age system. Let's see, what else do I like? Pathfinder's pretty good, but I'm more of a rule light DM to where I like the game to go fast and free flowing. So I tend to shy away from Pathfinder for the most part. But D&D 5e is great, and I think that's about enough about me. I've been streaming for about 2 years, and that's about it.
David, I think we're going to get along very well then.
Yeah, I'm a very rules light DM. I'm not a stickler for the rules, and a lot of times I just make calls instead of opening up the book. But I do have most of the stuff memorized in 5e and 4, so we'll be all right. So, but that's enough about me.
Jen,
I'm pretty much the.
Jen, what are you eating?
I am eating a protein pack of. Let's see, it's cheese and almonds and smoked turkey. I'm eating all my rations early.
This is our sponsor section right here.
And remember to deduct that from your character sheet too. Remember.
Right. Brought to you by.
I did hear that David is a stickler for rations.
I do.
Right. That's where he draws the line.
That does irk me a little bit. The rations, but even with my cleric, my DM never would say, "All right, go ahead and deduct you guys had a long rest. Go ahead and take a ration off." I think my cleric from level 31, from 1 to 31, had the same 8 iron rations the entire life of the character. So that's just
they were probably quite stale. But
yeah,
well, I guess they are iron rations.
That's just one of those things. So once in a while, I'll say, "Hey, why don't you guys just deduct a ration from your character sheet?" Sort of like a troll on my part, but it's still pretty fun because sometimes you'll hear a player say, "Huh? What? Deduct a ration? Of course."
As long as you don't make us justify how much we're carrying.
No, it's already that's already
fine.
taken care of. That's already taken care of on the Fantasy Grounds character
right?
sheet. Yeah. Well, you got an anvil, so.
So am I allowed to state right now that any missed arrows while everyone's searching the bodies, I go collect, and then I magically have arrows again? Is that how that works?
Sure. Yeah, I'll always make sure you have arrows. So, for sure.
You're a celebrity, Rachel. He's going to make sure your quiver is always full.
But not me.
Almost dirty.
He'll take my arrows and give them to her.
I wasn't going to say anything, so.
Sorry, Jen, you don't know.
No. I've got a couple daggers, I think, so I'm good.
You're going to steal them back anyway, so
Oh,
what does it
totally.
matter?
Nobody gets to sleep in this campaign.
Oh, I know. I read your background story. It's pretty vicious. All right, so we are going to go ahead and start, and don't worry about the rules. I'll help you guys out with the 5e rules as it's super easy. Don't worry about messing up using Fantasy Grounds. We've all do it. I mess up too. So it's like we'll just take our time with it. No rush. I'm not no stickler for the rules or anything. But I will tell you guys this. These stars that you guys see in the top left-hand corner of your screen, that means that you guys have inspiration. And inspiration is if you want to have a roll with advantage in 5e, with advantage you roll twice and take the best roll. You can tell me if you want to do an attack roll, if you want to do a saving throw, or if you want to do an ability check beforehand, before you do your roll. But I've also been known to, after someone's rolled and they don't like their roll, if a player can woo me enough to allow them to use their inspiration after the roll, I will have no problem. If you guys come up with some great, how you've just thought of being inspired, maybe from an old battle, maybe from an old comrade, maybe something that happened previously in your life, maybe that inspired you to take that extra attack, I'll let you guys use it. So I'm really not a stickler for the rules, like I said. So as long as you guys woo me on how to use
Chris,
inspiration, let's do it.
We're going to work those angles.
It's all about the smooth talking.
It is, and and don't let anybody kid you. Dungeon masters love to be wooed. They do. They love to be wooed. All right, so I'm going to show you guys a map. I'm going to share you guys the beautiful new Sword Coast map that was in the Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide.
Ooh,
And
What a quality book that is.
it is a great book.
Excellent.
Where can you
Nice
purchase
sound
that,
effect.
Chris?
Your friendly local game
Tell us
store.
more.
Oh, nice.
No, we're not annoying, not at all.
All right, so I'm going to sync you
We
guys
will
up.
never get anywhere. You guys realize that, right? With this group, Wolfgang will be like, guys, the adventure.
No, we're just going to hang out in the tavern.
That is the
Perfect.
best idea.
So you guys can see that there is an arrow pointer at Baldur's Gate. In the middle to southern portion of the Sword Coast. That is where everybody had taken a job to join a caravan to head to the southern part of the Sword Coast, almost down to the territory of Om, to the Om territory. Now, there's been a lot of hot activity to the south, and meaning in the green fields and the south of Baldur's Gate. And there's a lot of towns being sacked, a lot of towns being raided. A lot of kobolds are being involved. Also, there's been stories of dragons being used to take the larger towns. I mean, this is just all hearsay. You haven't heard, you haven't seen any of this by chance with your own eyes. So that's why this caravan that has been put together in Baldur's Gate is going to be traveling south along the coastway. And once you get to the coastway, you're going to be journeying east on the Uldoon Trail. And the Uldoon Trail is going to take you to the Greenfields. This is where all of the activity has been happening. So, a lot of the mass lords of Waterdeep, they're always in contact with Baldur's Gate and Neverwinter, and the mass lords of Waterdeep, they want to get this under control. And there's a lot of towns, a lot of people being killed, a lot of things that are being stolen. So you guys are part of this large caravan of basically sellswords and mercenaries. People looking for adventure,
Ooh.
heading to the south. So you guys are going to be traveling for about almost 2 weeks now. And it's actually quite a long journey from Baldur's Gate to the Greenfields. And you're traveling because you don't have horses, so you're having to do 12 hours on to 12 hours off, and they have several guard wagons that you can actually get on and sleep during the night. Sometimes the caravan will stop, sometimes the caravan will continue. There's a lot of variables that are involved. Daylight is the weather bad. The territory is this heavy bandit territory, but you really haven't had a problem because of the amount of sellswords that you have. So you had a few minor things with a couple bandits try to block the roadway and try to charge a toll on you, but all of the mercenaries basically took care of the problem. Now, however,
Well, and I think that was mostly my fault since I was playing my bagpipes all along the trail.
they did hear you. I think that's probably what probably summoned them. But a couple days ago, you did see a blue dragon, and this was a rather large blue dragon that was flying towards the east. There were no riders on this dragon, but this was no cub size. This was no wormling. This was a full-blown adult dragon, and thankfully he did not see the caravan. I mean, some dragons are good, some dragons are bad. you've heard and read stories of both types of dragons, but you did see a blue dragon. It was going towards the east, and that was the last thing that actually any kind of event that you had seen. So you guys are on the caravan. You've traveled all day on foot. Everybody's feet is killing them. And so now it's time to pretty much switch the shifts. So everybody is now on one of the wagons that you can catch sleep. And it seems like the caravan taskmaster, he's traveling through the night. So you guys are going to have a bumpy sleep. It's gonna suck for you guys. So you guys are all in this one wagon. There's 2 or 3 other individuals in there with you. So this would be a good time for you guys to kind of introduce your characters. You guys have, I think a couple of you know one another, maybe a couple of you don't. So we'll take this time to do some impromptu roleplay, and you guys can tell me if you know each other, if you don't know each other, and whatnot, why you wanted to get on this this caravan looking for adventure going towards Greenus to take care of this problem with all of these towns and villages being sacked.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Dweedletoes. Yes, I'm
I immediately
a halfling.
punch him. No.
I hail from
Roll for
lands
initiative.
far to the south.
No.
Far to the south, I tell you. The land, what was once the lands of Glirin, from a small village right near there. I've actually, I've been sent up here by the village oracle, for she foretold that I would be a great slayer of dragons someday, and that I should travel north to the Sword Coast. And that is all I know. I'm a stranger in these lands, and I know no one here. Perhaps you can introduce me.
There's a half orc on this caravan, one of the other sellswords, and he looks over at you, and he's got this one big fang, and you actually have come to know him as being called Snaggletooth because he's got one big husk, and he looks over towards you, and he says, "You call yourself the Dragon Slayer? Have you slain any dragons yet?" And he kind of chuckles a little bit.
No, but I figured, if it's gonna happen in my future, might as well take the name now, so people can point me in the right direction.
Don't you think you should change your name to maybe something like Half Pint or something before you go to Dragon Slayer? There's a big difference there.
Well, my full name is Dweedletoes, map maker and adventure extraordinaire. But I'm also adding the extra title of Dragon Slayer at the end.
Oh, okay.
Funny, the orc should be telling people what their names should be. Maybe the orc's name should be Murderer.
Or, Mr. Orc, would you like some iron rations? I might have some in here for you.
I've got my own. Murderer? What do you mean, murderer? I'm no murderer. I'm a sellsword just like all of you.
Yeah, well, I'm on this trail so I can find the murderous orcs who killed my family, so I'm on you.
It could be him. It might be.
I must admit I was the third gunman on the grassy knoll. No, I'm just kidding. But
The grassy knoll.
he asks you, and where was your family slain? Maybe I can give you some
I live in a
information.
grassy knoll. Don't talk about him like that.
To the north, in the northern mountains. Out of game, David. Is this the full map?
This is,
should I
yeah.
move
So
from the north
basically, to the north. I mean, it could be maybe the mountains north of Neverwinter. Maybe the orcs of the Many Arrows tribe. Maybe they were the ones that actually were in battle with Clan Battlehammer. I think
Yes,
that.
that sounds exactly right. That is what happens.
Well, you're in luck because I have no association with those orcs. Those orcs smell. They are foul and they smell. Those are the worst orcs of all the Many Arrows tribe.
You sound very logical. Okay, so we may drink together.
The entire Sword Coast smells, from what I can tell.
Speaking of drinking,
Sanitation
I
at a
have
minimum.
fabulous ale and wine and mead for sale if you should need some.
You are my new best friend.
You have wine? Mead? Where
He's
is
been
it?
Yes.
holding out on us.
That is what I do. I've traveled from town to town selling my ale and mead, especially my honey mead. And I do prefer little bits of wine with that and some rum, but all while looking for the orcs. The orcs!
Do you have
I
do
tell
you have any free
always about the
samples?
orcs.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we have a little tasting in the
See, I'm
area?
just a halfling, so just a small
Yes,
sample
it'll
to
just
me
be
will
a
get me
couple
drunk.
of coppers for the free tasting.
I'll take the rest of his sample.
The orc will, flick over also a silver to you. Don't forget to me over here.
Well, if you're drinking, I must drink along with. I can never allow a fellow companion to drink alone. I mean, that would be rude.
Maybe we'll finally get some sleep on this rough caravan ride.
As a big bump hits and everybody kind of, comes up about a foot off of the floor of the wagon.
And one of my barrels goes rolling down the wagon
I'll catch that.
bedding.
So I know not a soul on this caravan. I don't want to share much. That's not why I joined. My name is Vane, and I'll take a free sample of the wine. I'll watch it while you sleep too.
Yeah, I'm not too liking your type too much.
What do
Are
you
you sure you don't
mean?
want to divulge
Do you-
your entire history? I thought elves were very forthcoming with information.
No, I was going to say, do you have a thing against elves? Because
Oh
I
no,
don't-
it's,
okay.
us dwarven folk and elf folk go way back, way
Yeah,
back.
and
better than
it's
those
not
humans.
always good. I mean,
Well, then
elves
this
can
is
be
true,
all
this is
right,
true.
but
You seem a little shifty.
All right, that's high praise.
What?
indeed.
Just because I'm shifting?
all right is as far as Orgo's willing to go. I'm a rune mage. I have things to do. I have lore to pick up here in Greenest. All this raiding stuff is sort of secondary. But I'll have some wine. Thank you very much.
Yes, wine all around.
Here, here.
My name is Kinnerik. I'm also an elf, as you can obviously tell, because just look at me. So fey.
Stereotyping again.
I know. And I'm from the Moonchase, so I'm not native to this area. So I'm here for adventure and exploration, and perhaps some fine wine.
Fine being the key word there.
Or Guinness, as the case might be.
Another word from our sponsor.
We should totally get a beverage sponsorship here.
Yes, we should.
Yes, we should. I'll take IPAs.
I mean,
Some kind
that's
of
why
IPA.
we're doing this, right?
You know what? 14 Hands is local. We should go check them out and see if we can get them to sponsor us.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
So, like a microbrewery or something?
It's a wine.
Mm.
Yummy, yummy wine.
Hey, Snoqualmie Falls Brewery. I know the 5 owners for that, so I could talk to them and say, hey, send us free beer. I know at least Wolfgang and Chris would be down for that.
I would be down for. We could split our sponsorship, right?
I like that idea even better.
Oh, no doubt.
We could very easily
Perfect.
have a different microbrew from the Pacific Northwest host each episode. There's plenty of them.
Sweet.
There you go.
Why didn't we think of this before the stream went live?
Well, we got to prove ourselves, man. So
This is us proving ourselves.
We have proven everything.
And now I'm
Like a
eating some
dragon.
chicken noodle soup online.
And then we'll, in the next couple sessions, we'll start playing and drinking and see how well we play D&D as we're all sloshed. I think that's when the game gets a lot better, Yeah. All right, so you guys are on this. You guys have all introduced yourselves. Some of you, I think, Amber and Orgo. Do you guys actually know each other from Clan Battlehammer, or do you guys not? know
Yeah,
one
I'm not a
another?
member of her clan, but
We had
on the
run-ins
road.
on the road, yeah.
Okay, all right. So
Well, there was that one steamy night.
hey,
we talk about that. All right.
Sampled too much of the wine.
all right. So the time of day is basically your shift change. The sun is starting to go down, and as you guys are bantering, drinking, having a good time, you've kind of gotten acquainted with this half orc that's traveling with you, also Snaggletooth. You start to hear some commotion outside of the wagon, and you can hear several swords being drawn. The metal on metal with coming out of the scabbards and whatnot. You can hear several shouts to arm yourselves, and it's starting to get loud outside. You don't really hear anything else. You don't hear any fighting, but it seems like there's definitely something going on outside.
Well,
Hey, you
let's go
guys
check it
hear
out.
that? Hiccup.
Yeah, it's customers. You should go check it out.
Constitution checks for all coming up now. You guys are getting plastered.
I draw my bow and head valiantly outside to slay dragons.
Well, surprising that you say that, Jonathan, because as you guys leave the wagon, you can see that all of the other, the sellswords and mercs that are on the caravan, they are all drawing their swords, because you have now crested a hill. And down below, in the rolling plains of the green fields, you can see that there is off in the distance, and the time of day the sun is starting to go down, so it's starting to become dusk. And off, probably about 1.5 miles away, 2 miles away, this is actually a pretty large hill that you're looking down, and you can see your destination, which is Greenest. And Greenest, it seems like it is being attacked. It is in flames. And, especially for you, Mr. Dragon Slayer, you can actually distinctively see, and all of you can see, that the same blue dragon that you had seen several days prior, this dragon, or looks to be the same dragon, is flying around Greenest. And I'm going to give you guys another piece of art to check out. And this is pretty much what Greenest is under attack. You can see this dragon. It's
Wow.
Swooping by. You can see that there is a
What
central
awesome art that is.
I know. I like it. There's a central
Where can we
keep.
get this art, Wolfgang?
I believe it's from Tyranny of Dragons.
It is. So you can see one distinctful, this structure, large structure that is smoldering a little bit. This large keep, very large mage tower coming off of one of the ends. And you can see lots of little dots running around. You don't know what they are, but you can also see, they're people. You can't see what race they're, you can't tell them apart, but you can tell that they're figures running around. And you can see lots of fires. This is actually Greenest. Around the keep is a sort of like a bunch of homesteads. And a lot of these homesteads are on fire. So there's a lot of, you can imagine that there's lots of plumes of smoke. You can see that there is, fire off into the distance. And it's actually illuminating the area around the keep. There's a lot of fires. I mean, there's at least several dozen fires. And, the taskmaster of the caravan here has basically held the caravan back. But a lot of the horse riders, a lot of the other mercs and sellswords, they're all charging into Greenest to give them a hand. So it's up to you guys.
To run in.
Yeah, exactly.
By the gods, a dragon!
Yeah,
Real dragon!
Yeah, the taskmaster says,
I,
all swords need to go to Greenest. This is why you are
I
here.
draw my bow and I draw my bow valiantly, and then I hide behind Vane.
I also draw my bow. I do not hide behind Vane.
I draw my bow and kick backwards.
Well, my bow is bigger than your bow.
I'm just hefting an axe and marching in.
And carrying an
I have
anvil.
the
Don't forget the
smallest
anvil
bow,
too.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, so this
And the
this is not the welcome that you guys are hoping, to receive from Greenest. I mean, there's, columns of black smoke everywhere, burning buildings. You can see what appears to be a large fire, what appears to be a temple, distinctful temple. You can see that there is several, rune. I would say sort of like crosses and other emblems sticking up from the rooftops. So you can definitely tell that is a temple with the domed, the domed roofs and stuff. You can see that there's a stream off into the distance, and if you guys want to charge in, all of the other sellswords are charging in. So, basically what the taskmaster has said is, this is why you've taken the job, and this must be, Greenest must now be the town that's being attacked. And, the taskmaster says that, they do have a contingency, a guard there, but the governor, which is Governor Nighthill, he doesn't have a very large contingency of guards. But he does boast that the castle should be safe. So, seems like all of the mercs are running in.
Castle and shoot the black arrow.
Oh, good, you brought the black arrow. This will be short.
Spoilers.
My elven education has led me to believe that this is what human cities are like every day, right?
Yes, I think that's
They're
correct.
violent.
Yeah.
Only in America.
Well, I shall offer my assistance.
All right, very good. I'm going to give you guys another map. We're going to look at the as you guys are, let's say, about 15 minutes go by as you guys are running towards Greenest. You don't have horses or anything. The caravan has decided to stay back so it doesn't get destroyed. A lot of the mercs are going to the west. They're going to the east. And as you guys are getting closer, you can see that there's a lot of humanoids. There's elves, there's humans, there's half-orcs, there's tieflings, there's gnomes and halflings, and it seems like they're all uniformly dressed in the same type of robe. So it looks like this is some type of organized raid.
Is it white?
No, it is not. It is like a no. It is like a dark gray. But you can tell some of these individuals have their hood up. Some of them have their hood down, and that's how you can tell the different races. Now, what is also kind of interesting about this is in some of these packs, as you're running closer, you can see that they are actually. It seems like they're aligned with a bunch of kobolds. They're running around with kobolds, and in one instance, yeah, exactly.
Imagine that.
And you even see them
horrible.
running around with these giant lizards, these giant drake-like lizards. So you guys are approaching the very southern portion of Greenest. So here's your next map, and we are at the very bottom, and everyone will see their nice, beautiful little tokens there. And I'll share it one more
Mine
time
just says
and
loading.
sync it. Yeah, it's
Oh yeah, there we are.
yeah, there you guys are at the very bottom. And you can see that, a lot of the houses, still have smoke coming out of the chimneys of the homes. You can see that there's a lot of lights. And now that, it is completely dark now, from the 15-20 minutes that it took you to run up to the very southern portion of Greenest, this area is dimly lit, though, because of the amount of fires, whether it be rooftops or the bales of hay that are. Greenest has a lot of agriculture going on. Greenest has they do a lot with haying and stuff, so there's a lot of piles of hay everywhere that are lit on fire. So that's how this whole area is illuminated a dim light. So you guys are basically at the very southern end now, and you're traveling on this sort of like this main road that's going into the town. And just as you guys are running in, you start to hear some commotion to the north, and you can hear screaming. You can actually hear children. You can hear several different children. You can hear a male gang, "Get behind me! Get behind me, kids!" You can also hear a female sort of like grunting as you can hear iron on iron, and you can hear wood being splintered, and you can hear the cries of not only here but all around you. You can see just the carnage. You can see kobolds that are dead on the ground. You can see probably the townsfolk, the great townsfolk of Greenest. Some of them are dead, and it's just totally chaotic all around you. But as you guys are running into the town, you do notice that there is basically a fight going on, and there are a bunch of kobolds, and it looks like one woman, which is maybe a shield maiden, because she has this huge shield, and she has a spear, and the spear looks like she looks like she's been through hell, but her spear is kind of broken. You can tell that the spear is broken. And traveling with her, there is a male with several kids that are kind of tucked behind him, and so you can tell that the female is basically fending off a bunch of kobolds. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about here really quick. All right, so in front of you, as you guys come around this corner, you hear all of this, and you can see this woman here. She is engaged with 8 kobolds, not just 1 or 2, but this woman is courageous. I mean, she is basically engaging with all of these kobolds, and she's basically, there's a couple fallen kobolds at her feet as well. So she obviously knows how to fight. And you can see these children. They're hiding behind a male. The male looks to be pretty injured. He's got several different spots where he's got linen bandages wrapped around his arm, wrapped around his head. So what do you guys do? Do you guys want to help? Do you guys want to kind of bypass?
Well, clearly we should kill the spirit holder, because look at how scared the children are of her, and she's killing all these poor kobolds.
And it's humans in trouble again.
You have that back.
I just cannot stand to hear
No.
kids cry, so I'm in.
You're gonna kill the children now? What's going on here?
No.
Yeah, Dweedletos is scared of the dragon, but he's not so scared of kobolds, and he definitely doesn't like anyone messing with kids. So he's
Yeah, me too.
Can I pause and ask a technical question?
Sure, absolutely.
And
Go for it.
We
So
should probably have a disclaimer as well to let everybody know, like, some of us are still learning 5th edition, some of us are still learning Fantasy Grounds, so part of this is also so the viewers can watch and learn these things as we learn some of them as well. So Chris,
Exactly. And that's yep. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
So when you shared the map with Fantasy Grounds, I can see the icons of our characters and the dice, but everything else is just gray.
Does your mouse have a scroll button? Because you can scroll out with your mouse button, and it will zoom out.
Yeah, you can zoom. Try zooming out, Chris.
Is it looking like it just didn't load if it's gray?
It's just gray, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see. I've scrolled in so I can see more icons, but I see no map.
Huh. Weird. Is anybody else having that problem?
It might either still be downloading, or he might want to close the map and then click on the images or the the maps tab over on the right hand side, and then open it again.
Yeah. Why don't you just go ahead and close it, Chris, and then I'll just reshare it. I'll reshare it to you really quick.
Yeah, the scrolling in and out is kind of key for me. I only saw our icons, and I scrolled out, and now I see everybody.
Yep,
so.
yep. You can definitely
Oh, cool.
you scroll out. It's a great thing with how the map UI is in Fantasy Grounds. You can always just have your cursor inside the map and just always scroll out.
Yeah, in the bottom, in the maps in the bottom right hand corner, there's that little golden compass. If you mouse over that and click left click and hold, you can move around on the map. If the map's taking up too much of the screen, you can either hold.
Nope. Looks like we lost John.
Yeah, I missed all that juicy information.
Yeah, just
sorry, I forgot to hold.
That's
down.
okay, no problem.
Technical stuff. I forgot
Yeah,
to hold down the button.
The yellow button in the
Sorry, David,
lower
go ahead.
right. No, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, the lower right hand corner. There's this. It's like an anchor, and you can just drag it around, and basically you can kind of zoom out to where you see the tokens on the map, and then you can kind of just use the navigation to put it in the middle, and just use your scroll wheel to enlarge it as much as you want to enlarge it.
So I shoot the kobold closest to me, basically right in front of me.
All right.
So you're gonna want initiative from all of us, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, I just go.
Chris, did you get your? Are you able to see the map now?
So I just got back in. It's like you see the icons and it says loading.
Okay, so it's a rather large map size, so you should be able to see it as soon as it's done loading.
So the map has taken up my full screen. Is there a way I can
There is.
access my character and stuff?
Yep, lower right hand corner. You can size the map to what you want. It is you just drag it around however big you want the map. and you can,
or you can hold control and click in the map and then size it that way.
Correct. Yeah, you can do it that. Yeah, you can do it that way also. I usually have about two-thirds of the screen set up for basically maps, digital maps and stuff, and then I have the other third on the left-hand side set up for my chat and my combat tracker. And Fantasy Grounds memorizes everything, so the next time we would use this map, it would come up in the same spot. But every time we would get a new map, you would just have to basically just make it the size of the area that you want all of your maps to be in. Yeah, it looks like
still loading.
Still loading.
So while he's waiting for that to load,
let's go ahead and roll initiative. Now, initiative on your character sheet is in the middle, right point blank in the middle.
Oh, but you didn't roll it in your character sheet. So to roll initiative, you have to click double click on your character's portrait.
That is.
Hold on, I have to find I gotta get rid of the other map. Hold on.
Yeah, you have to move stuff around. I know. You have to like constantly resize and get stuff.
Okay, I have my character open. What do I have to do with the dice roll?
Okay, so click on the main tab, and then the main tab kind of smack in the middle of the character sheet. You'll see your initiative. Just double click on that, and it should roll it. There you go.
Perfect.
Did it do it? Okay.
There you go. Initiatives coming out from everyone. Very good.
Sweet. That's nifty.
Looks like everyone has gotten the jump on these, and I'm actually going to put a 23 up there for you for your first roll, Amber, because that's actually what you rolled the first time. So let's see. Looks like Amber, you were actually ready. You had your bow outs ready to go. Let's get you.
I'm drunk, but I can see straight.
But I can see kobolds.
So remember, when you're attacking, you take that. When you're using your longbow, you have your +8. And you'll just take that +8 and you'll just drag it on the kobold that you want to attack. Or if you want to do it within
I go to like actions or something, right? Or
the actions tab on
actions,
the very bottom. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then I drag where it says +8, I drag that to just anywhere?
Any of the kobolds that are on the map, you can just drag it and drop it right on that kobold, like Kobold 5, the closest one to you, or Kobold 7, any of those. I mean, you've got a longbow, so you've got plenty of range. Oh my goodness. First attack right out of the gate is a critical miss. Oh my goodness.
No.
so yeah,
what
pretty
was
much.
that about being drunk?
I said I could see straight, not shoot straight.
I love it.
All right, let's go to Dweedletoes. Dweedletoes the Bard.
Maybe you should stop playing the bagpipes when you're trying to fight. Okay, so
sorry, too drunk.
Okay,
Too
so
drunk, didn't
Dweedletoes,
listen.
he's not really a close combat kind of guy, so he's not going to move in. I want to move in front of those kids, but they're just too darn far away, and the building's kind of in my way. So I'm going to start getting closer in case I do need to get myself between the kids and the kobolds. But I'm going to move up to here, and then just take a shot at one of these guys.
Okay. And what are you going to be using? You're going to be using your short bow, all right?
Yeah, my short.
Very nice. Your attack on number 7 is definitely hit at a 22 versus armor class, so you can go ahead and roll damage. Very nice. So this arrow basically strikes the kobold right between the eyes as it falls down lifeless on the ground. So Kobold 7 is now dead.
Show off.
So if you have any other movement, you can go ahead and do your movement. If you have anything, if you want to take a bonus action, you can do that as well.
Let's see here. I think I'm just going to stay put for the time being. Maybe I'll take another step forward and just hang right there. I don't want to get too close because I'll lose my effectiveness if all these guys surround me.
Okay, all right. So the next person up is basically the gentleman that's protecting the kids. He is going to stand fast where he is, and now the female that has the shield, she is going to attack the kobold that is basically to her left, and she takes her spear and attacks. And she misses as the kobold kind of dodges out of the way. So let's go to Orgo. You're up now. Welcome to the party.
All right. Well, let's do a little magic. Let's firebolt one of these guys.
Ooh, all right.
And
All right.
I just
So your firebolt, we'll let you get a mulligan on that roll. So on your actions tab.
Oh, really? All right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. I told you, man. I'm easy, man. So on the bottom, yeah, there you go. What you want to do?
News for you.
Yeah, take that.
Except
That's
for
okay. We'll let you get a mulligan
Yeah.
on that one again, Wolfgang. So take that.
Oh.
Whatever the like, whenever you use your bolt. I think you're using
Yeah.
firebolt. Just take that die
Yep.
and pick that thing up and basically pick it up. And when you pick it up, there will be a 20-sided, and just drop it on whatever kobold you want to attack.
So I can target that way.
Exactly. So there you go. You attack kobold number 5,
Hey.
and wow, you hit with a great shot. The firebolt streaks out of your hand, and bam, blasts into the kobold, hits. Now you do your damage. Now you do the same thing. You just take that little blood drop and put it right on the kobold, and there you go. You hit the kobold for 3 fire
Hey,
damage.
that worked.
Very nice. And he,
Right.
he's kind of cindering a little bit. His leather armor is on fire a little bit as he's trying to pat it out, saying something in Draconic. So let's
Back
see.
off, vermin.
All right. So the children, we won't do anything with the children. So Kinnerick, you're
That's
up now.
good.
I think he's forgetting to push to talk.
Got to push the toe.
So,
That's okay, Chris.
Hit the little button next to
It is-
the other button.
it is unnatural.
Yes, it is.
It
Uh,
totally is.
So I can see icons, but nothing else. So
Okay. Can you see the kobolds in front of you?
yes,
Okay.
That's all you need to see.
yeah, okay, fair enough.
Nobody cares about that map, that artwork.
So you got to pop the character sheet up, right?
Yeah, my character sheet's up.
Yeah, and you guys can organize the interface any way that you want. And like I said, it'll remember it the next time. You can adjust the size of the chat box. You can do a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
get the chat box to change size.
So I'm going to cast Lightning Lure on the kobold in front of me.
All right. I like Lightning Lure. And where is that from, Chris? Can you tell us where that is from? What great product that is from?
That is from the Sword Coast Adventurers guy.
It is. It is one of the mage cantrips. I love it. So it is let's see, the kobold. You made the kobold do the saving throw. It failed its strength saving throw. It just does not have the strength to avoid that lightning lure. And now you can pull it 10 feet
Excellent.
towards you.
Do I move it on the map? Or no?
You do, and this lightning tendrils wrap around this kobold. You can hear it go ow, and you pull this thing. You just kind of say, "Get over here," and yank it towards you.
All right,
Nice.
drop some lightning damage on his ass.
Let's do it.
Boom.
Very nice. So the kobold goes down as it kind of goes into a light convulsion on the ground, and then it just stops moving dead. Very nice. All right, so we have some kobolds to attack. Ooh. All right, so this first kobold at the very top, he sees what's going on, and he is going to try to flank. He's going to move to the east. He's using a sling, and he's taking a sling, and he's winding it around, and he lets go of it. It looks like he's going to attack the elf that just killed one of the other kobolds. So let's see. The attack on Kinnerick is a 16 versus AC, which is a hit. So Kinnerick, you are getting blasted upside of the head. For 5 bludgeoning damage.
That's bad times.
That is definitely bad times. You're just kind of wondering where the heck this thing came from. All right, so that kobold is done. We're going to go to kobold number 2, which is on the female. He is going to attack the female with his dagger, and he misses very badly. And the shield maiden, she basically just rears back and just slams this kobold with her shield, and he kind of staggers back about 3 feet. Nice avoid on her part. All right, next kobold. The next kobold is going to run in. and also attack. He's going to actually the kobold's going to run in and attack Dweedletoes. Now this kobold is yelling something to the other
Beware,
kobolds.
Tweedletoes.
You're being attacked with a dagger, Dweedletoes, as this little kobold comes in. But you're so dexterous.
Get away from me!
Yeah, you basically dodge out of the way. You sort of sidestep his attack.
You catch the dagger with your teeth.
Like a rose.
Not that skill.
Yeah, it's
I'm
a
only level
delicate
1.
Tango. Of that.
All right. So the kobold here is going to move up one more space. Now it is also using a sling.
Just into range.
Yes, it is using a sling. And let's see, the range on this sling, I believe, is 30 feet, which it is. And it looks like Orgo. It looks like you can see this kobold kind of looking at you, and it lets go of the sling. Let's see if the rock hits you. Ooh,
I have no fear.
it does with a 20 versus armor class. And Orgo, you take maximum damage of 6. Wow.
Oh!
The rolls are hot tonight. Orgo, you take
Yeah, it's
6
bad
damage.
times.
Yeah, you guys are basically. I have a house rule that I call in 4th edition. You call it bloodied if you were Half-Life. I call it weakened condition in D&D 5e. So basically, you guys can see that both Kenrick and Orgo are in a very weakened state now. All right, so this kobold is going to basically retreat back several feet, and then the last kobold is going to run up and attack also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Basically come up 30 feet, and he's going to attack. He's going to get into a good spot to attack Amber, and he's also using a sling, muttering something about a drunken dwarf or something in Draconic, and he misses you as you
Yes,
can.
but I'm also stumbling all around. He misses me in my scuba.
And it makes a hard target. Yeah, exactly. and it makes it hard to hit because you can hear the bolt just kind of slingstone bolt go right past your head. All right, so we're up to Vane. Oh, not my hair. Vane, you're up now.
Alrighty.
Well, Vane was at the bottom because she's never had an initiative in there. Shoot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Where'd your initiative go? Let's see. What
She's
did you
sneaky
roll?
like that.
Did you roll an initiative?
Oops.
I do not see one. So what?
That means she gets to go twice, right? Since there was a mistake.
Maybe if she rolls.
Gem's not bound by space or time.
If she rolls higher, then yeah, sure. So why don't you go ahead and go to your character sheet real quick, Vane, and in the middle of the front page, there's the INIT button. Just click that little die that's right there that says +3, and then it'll throw your number into the tracker, and then we'll get your turn.
Oh, okay.
But that's where the initiative is. Whoa! Nice.
Whoa, look what you would have had.
Yeah, see what you would have had? So yeah, you are going to basically get to go now, and then seeing that you're basically the caboose for this round, you're going to get to go first also next. Well, you're going to be tied with Amber basically, so you're almost going to get to go twice in a row. So what would you like to do? Sure.
Well, I'm bored. I'm going to leave. No, I'm just kidding. Let me see. Just a question for Fantasy Grounds. Do I need to move from behind these guys in order to have a clear shot with my bow with the kobolds?
That would be correct. Yep. Because I would give them some cover bonus. Probably I would probably give you a -2 because I usually do that when anybody is in front of a target, unless there are some variables.
Yeah, we're short.
Yeah, but yeah, there are some other variables and stuff to take into consideration with that too.
I'll jump on top of your backs and start shooting. Rachel, you said you had Amber. You said you had a question. No.
Yeah, but you can, if you want to sidestep, maybe to the left or to the right, you can have clear shots to pretty much all the kobolds on the right. Because it looks like the kobolds on the right are basically charging to the back of the pack. Because it seems like they're still in movement towards your group here.
And you saw me move on the map?
I did, yeah. and let's see, your movement is a total of, I think you have 30 movement. So, which you have 35. So you can move 7 squares. Each square that you see is equivalent to 5 feet. So you have 7 squares of movement every round, and you can move, attack, and move again. That's the great thing about D&D 5e.
And apparently do cartwheels and stand on your head.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, all the time. As long as it looks cool, I'm doing it.
All right, cheerleader pyramid on top of the dwarves.
Oh.
All right.
Well, the halfling would be the one.
Hey now.
He is clearly the lightest.
Right, halfling tossing. I would love to attack the closest kobold to me with my longbow.
Okay. So you're going to want to go to the bottom tab, the actions tab. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then take that longbow that says +5, and just take that whenever you pick it up, just drop it right on that kobold. And you would do the same thing for damage too. Ooh.
What?
Ooh. Very
That was terrible. I wasted that 20.
well, you would get the 20 on the initiative, but yeah, I'll tell you what, you have inspiration. So if you want to use your inspiration, if you can come up with how you're being inspired to, take that extra shot with your bow, if you can woo the dungeon master, I'll let you go again, and I'll take your inspiration.
Oh man, the wooing.
Or you
is
can
so
save
strong.
it.
No, yeah.
You
Don't
might
waste
might
it on
wanna
a
save it.
kobold.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna keep that in my pocket for a little while.
And also everybody, don't be afraid to use your inspiration, because I'll give you guys more inspiration. I always reward inspiration out, so don't be afraid to use it.
Oh, okay.
Don't be afraid to use it.
So Jen, is that inspiration in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Oh, ba-ba-bum.
Yeah, where's your sound
Forgotten
effect for
Realms
that?
After Dark.
It's ladies' night.
Nice.
Very nice.
She is the girl with the mead, so. And we're both redheads. So.
Hi.
All right, so we're back up to we're in round 2.
Fiery.
So that full round went pretty quick. I mean, with all of the combat, that went really quick. So we're back up to the top of the round, and Amber, it's your turn again. In your drunken stupor that you're in currently.
I see one of those kobolds trying to sneak away, so I think maybe if I grab the right weapon here and drop it here.
Oh, with your longbow, you hit him.
I'm still drunk.
Yeah, you hit him as you're lining this shot up, and you're kind of you let go of the air and you just watch it fly. It kind of zigzags back and forth and hits the kobold directly in the back. Let's roll damage.
All right, what do I just grab that same?
The same thing. Yep.
For damage?
No, you take the you take the damage one. It's to the right of the +8. It'll say 1d8 plus something.
Yes. I see it.
Ooh, maximum damage.
Nice job.
Oh wow. So yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Explode.
Yeah.
Basically this kobold just explodes as you hit him in the back. He's just like a cloud of red dust, a red blood, sort of like a blood dust just kind of floating around everywhere. Bits and pieces of kobold everywhere now.
Arr!
Blood mist, I
We're
guess
all
you could
impressed.
say. Yes.
You just annihilated that little guy.
Yeah, poor guy. Never even knew what hit him. He was going to try to go
I'm like
get
a 1 in 3
reinforcements,
shot.
so great job.
That kobold might have had children of his own.
Evil children.
Vane, you're back up.
I'm getting a
All
little
right,
echo
I'm-
on people's sound. Is that just me?
No, I'm hearing it a little bit too.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of echoing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
Someone's
some.
got the live stream up, maybe. I don't know.
No, I never. No, it's not me. All right, I'm gonna try again. Same kobold with my longbow. Hopefully,
Okay.
Better off this time. I think I was just,
And last time was a warm-up
stumbling from
shot.
the caravan.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, exactly. All right, here we go.
Very nice.
There you go.
Very nice shot.
better.
That's it.
Damn.
Does he explode?
Very nice. Yeah, with the damage, which
No
would be a
blood
total of
mist for
9.
you. It's
Yeah, the
body parts
kobold.
are flying.
Yeah, you strike the kobold directly in the chest. It runs several more feet, and then it just stops and falls down dead in front of you. Yeah.
Oh, I regret nothing.
It's like
What are you
Bambi.
shooting that gets 2d8 damage?
Yeah, it's
a longbow.
it was a critical, so I took the 5
Oh,
off.
okay.
Yeah, and I just took the 6 and added the 3 for a 9. So I knew that wasn't a critical. So, but yeah, that's Kobold is dead. Kobold number 8.
Bam.
All right, Dweedletoes. These kobolds are starting to dwindle a little bit.
Yeah, I'm still worried about those kids, though. I want to get over there. So there's one in between myself and the children that I want to take care of. So
Hey, help us,
I'm
mister! Are you just gonna
drop
stand there
my
and do
bow.
nothing all night? Little smart ass kid.
Pathfinder because he's shorter than you.
Human kids are so
Mind your manners, children.
Wait, some of them are taller than him.
Right, exactly.
My dad's hurt
Okay,
over
so
here. Don't you see that?
I'm dropping the bow, and I'm gonna whip out my dagger and just go ahead and stab this kobold here.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
This time it's personal.
Nice shot. 15. You give him pretty good.
Oh, I got him.
Yeah, you definitely do. Very nice. He is down. Dweedletoes gets a kill.
Well, it's not dragons, but it's a start.
It'll make a nice pair of boots.
It's related to dragons.
It is, yeah.
They are dragon spawn. Shall we call them dragon spawn? I am a slave of dragon spawn.
Yeah, we
Like
could do
training
that.
wheels.
Take
Yeah,
the credit you need.
it's like baby steps, you know?
I mean, comparatively to scale, since you're a halfling, that was a pretty mighty foe.
It's kind of like I just slayed some kind of dragon lord in halfling size.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that.
Half
I will.
dragon.
I will. And we will celebrate with me this evening.
You're like writing a poem.
Do you want to take any other movement, Dweedletoes?
Oh yes, I do. Sorry.
Ah, no problem. Go ahead and take your movement, and we'll move on to.
Let's see.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You know what? Actually, I can move here without him attacking.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep. But if you leave that other
Okay, I'll move
space,
right there.
and if you would go here, then yeah, you would take an attack of opportunity. But
Yeah,
you're good as long as
attack
you
of
stay
op,
there.
so
Yep.
I'll stay there.
Yeah, it's so much nicer than Pathfinder. I mean, if you would move any square, if you were adjacent, you'd be taking one every single round. So, but
In Pathfinder, this combat would take 2.5, 3 hours. You know?
yeah, definitely. There.
We love you, Paizo.
We definitely love Paizo.
Oh yeah.
There's a time for
do.
crunch, and there's a time for story. You know.
All right, so Orgo, you're up again. These two kobolds over here on the eastern portion,
all right.
here at the crossroads, it looks like they're looks like they're pulling their daggers and they're starting to charge into you, Vane, and also Amber down here.
Time for more firebolts.
Yes, come my way.
Because, that worked last time. Let's try it. Oh,
Ooh.
sad.
Your firebolt kind of fizzles out, man. Just kind of flubs out of your, I don't know, maybe your verbal and somatic components. Maybe you kind of flub the words or something. But the firebolt just kind of hits short of the target.
Stuff happens.
Oh,
Wait till
it
next
does.
round.
All right, Kenrick, you're up.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Alrighty. Well, I guess I'm going to use my firebolt to make sure that firebolts are working all right in this part of the Forgotten Realms. So,
Ooh. Little shot towards Orb over there. I love it.
We're not competitive. Well, maybe a little.
He's short.
All right, so yeah, what you'll do,
all right, I'm going to move
Chris-
a little bit first.
All right.
Let's see.
There you go. Hide behind the wounded guy. I like it. I love it.
I thought about healing you, Chris, but I gotta take care of these kids.
Hey, why does Tweedletoes have a little red dot on his character up there?
I changed the color of my dice, which Wolfgang might want to do if he's rolling poorly.
Yeah, you can change the color of your dice. You most
yeah, I
certainly
might need
can.
to do that.
Yeah, in the upper right-hand corner, you see the little,
Bob
colors
Ross
tab.
painting evil, whatever that thing's called. And you can just click on the colors, and there's code. So if you actually know the hexadecimal color code, you can put that in there also. And you can change the color to whatever you want. All right, so it looks like
Pretty.
Kenrick, Your bolt is a hit, and you hit the kobold for 7 fire damage as you do enough damage to kill the kobold. So it goes down. Another one bites the dust. Any other movement you want to take?
Yeah, firebolts work there, dwarf.
Thanks for confirming.
Oh my goodness.
Will next turn.
It's the science of magic. Got to test under field conditions.
Nice job, you guys. We're kicking ass.
Yeah, you guys are doing really good. Round 2, and now this kobold, as it's screaming in Draconic, it runs up to you, Vane, pulls its dagger, and you can see that this kobold just has the look of death in his eyes, like he wants to just kill you with his dagger.
Like he wants to die.
And he stabs you, and he hits you. He actually hits you.
What?
Yeah, he hits you, and he hits you for a total of 4 damage, which wounds you a little bit. But you're in pretty good shape. You're not quite half health yet. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to position myself with the kobold, kind of you blocking to where everybody else is not going to be able to shoot it with normalcy, with no negative modifier. So he's trying to get the tactical advantage on you. Mm-hmm. All right. Of course, Dave. So kobold number 2.
Oh, it makes total sense.
is actually gonna attack. Let's see. He's gonna move in and attack the wounded guy. He's gonna see if the wounded guy is gonna go down. So he attacks with his dagger. Oh my gosh! He just critically hit this guy. Oh my goodness!
Can Dweedleton
Is that like
jump
the
in
end
front
of
of that,
Mario
can he?
Brothers?
It is. Yeah, it is. It is. I always like to do that for criticals.
Is there any way Dweedletoes can jump in front of that?
Do you have anything that's like a reactive or anything?
Motion?
I don't think you have a reactive yet, do you?
I'm first level. I don't have a whole lot of anything. I don't want to see this guy die. So I was thinking, maybe I could just dive in and take the damage.
Yeah. Can you use inspiration?
You know what? Sure, I'll let you use inspiration. Can you think of a time of what would inspire you to jump into this, the dagger's damage?
Yeah, so
I'll let you do
No,
that.
he
Sure.
throws one of his children.
Why not?
Dweedletoes might not divulge this to the whole party, but he actually, one of his main things is he's kind of like a little Robin Hood, and he likes to steal from the rich and give to the poor, and that always gets various tyrants and folks in the some of the nobles and villages a little bit upset, and I've seen some pretty nasty things happen, especially to poor folk, and I try to be kind of altruistic and help people whenever I can. So seeing that this guy looks like he could be the father of these children, I wouldn't want them to lose their father. So I'd take the hit for him, knowing that I could probably heal myself, hopefully.
I can buy that. So I'm going to let you push him out of the way. I'm going to let you take his spot, and you're going to take the critical damage, which is 6 damage. So I'm going to give, I'm going to give you the 6 damage. So you take the shot from the dagger as you push this guy out of the way, and you save his life, because that definitely would have killed him. So
cool, thank you.
Nice job.
And then do you take the inspiration point off? I'm not even sure.
I did. Yeah, I already took it off. I'll tell you what, though. If you guys want to open up your character sheet, it's at the very top. No matter what tab you're on, you'll see that little INSP for inspiration. That little radial box that you check. You just check it on and off, and that'll take it off, and then it'll you can put it back on whenever I give you more. So. But yeah, don't be afraid to. No problem. Don't be afraid to use it, because you guys. I'm sure you guys are going to be RPing the heck out of the game. So I always reward for good RP. So I've had some players in the past. I had one rogue that actually saved inspiration for about 9 months doing Horde of the Dragon Queen the first time, and I kept saying,
wow.
Man, use your inspiration. Yeah. We played once a week, so we played for 4 hours. So, but we did get through all of it. But he saved it for the entirety of the game. I just got a chuckle about it.
He was ready though. Just in case.
He was. Oh, he was a very technical player like that too, Chris. He was. All right. So let's see. We're back up to top of the round, and Amber. Looks like there's only a couple of these vicious, smelly kobolds left.
All right, let me stagger around for me to find an arrow for my character sheet. All right, let's see here.
That's a hit. Yeah, it's a hit. Still a hit.
While you're hitting with an 8, that's pretty good.
Yeah, +8. Yeah.
It's hard
that-
to see. It's hard to see.
As long as you don't hit me.
Yeah, and the kobolds are yelling something. Some of you can understand it, some of you cannot. So, all right. So your damage, you go ahead and you kill this kobold. Goes down also. Kobold number 1. Out, incapacitated. All right.
Nice.
Would you like to take any movement? Because you can still move if you want.
Or can I?
Or can you move
yeah.
because of your state,
Yeah.
your current state?
Hold on. Let me get it. Everything's a little dizzy right now. Give me just one moment. All right.
Save some of that drink for later.
How about there?
All right, sounds good. Vane, you're
Oh,
up.
I can always make more drink.
It looks like the dwarf just kind of saved you there. Looks like the kobold was going to
She
try to
totally
get another
did.
attack in. Yeah.
She is
Wow.
now considered my boon companion.
I love it. Moonshine. I love it.
So this is the first
All
time
right.
she saved you. So,
I'll note it somewhere in a leather journal.
in a leather-bound book.
Yes, exactly. Let's see. Well, gee, if there's only that kobold left, I guess I'll just move up, kind of, just for assistance. I don't know. I mean, I hate math. I'm not going to count the squares. I don't think I can go all the way around and flank him.
No, that's no problem. You can.
But she can attack with range there, right? You said it
Yeah,
was
you
negative
can.
2.
Yeah, you can attack with
Your
range.
rule
Yeah,
for firing.
absolutely.
All right, I'll totally do
Yeah,
that. Sweet.
I'll tell you what. You can go
But does she need to
here
click the?
and have no
Okay.
kind of issue at all with a negative two.
no
So
penalty?
yeah,
All right, let's do it.
absolutely. Nice hit. Definitely a hit. Let's see if you can
Now,
take
if she
this
was
last
going to
one
have a
out.
penalty, or if we were going to have like a penalty or a bonus or advantage or disadvantage, that's what the little modifiers are in the just to the left of our dice. Correct?
That is
You click
correct.
it once, and then you go ahead and roll.
Yep. You can, just to touch on that really quick, the lower left-hand corner, there's the boxes modifier. You can put -2, or there's a couple buttons off to the right. One says ADV, so if I say go ahead and do advantage on this attack, you would just click that ADV and it would roll twice and take the highest. Or if I say you'll have disadvantage, then you would do the same and hit the DIS. Or if you want to hit +2, +5, they're on the top, and then -2, -5 on the bottom. So you can either type it in or press that +2. It really doesn't matter because it's going to shut off the first time you attack anyway. So you're not going to have to go back in and I forgot to take it off. It'll only use it one time.
Okay. Right, so I'm gonna roll damage.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
Dang.
All right, so very nice hit. That would be 5 plus another 3 for 8. So let's get that kobold off the grid. So you guys are now out of combat, and you have
Longbow
Okay, so you
rule.
Congratulations.
Type start up,
yeah.
and Amber starts saying, "Kill, kill, 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 killed last night, killed the night before, gonna kill tonight like I never killed before because I'm a member of the Battlehammer clan, and the Battlehammer clan is the best kind of clan that ever came down from the northern mountains and singing glorious, glorious." One keg of beer for the 5 of us, singing glory be to God. There are no more of us, because one of us could drink it all alone. Damn quick.
Wow.
love it.
Woo, we got a bar!
Nice.
We are slayers of dragon lords. We are slayers of dragon lords.
We're also in the middle of a huge battle, so we should probably figure out our next move.
No.
Break,
Sit downer.
break out the meat. Break out the meat. I have some cheese and some grapes somewhere in this bed. Let me get them out.
As the elf is the other one that Kenrick is the other one that notices the death and carnage and destruction that's happening around him. Everybody else is celebrating.
It's the screams, the battle cries. I notice.
Oh, unbelievable! I'm going to give you inspiration, Rachel. So, even though I'll tell you what, that was so awesome. I'll give Jonathan your inspiration, and I'll give you inspiration again. So that was pretty awesome.
Thank you, sir.
So I note in the chat window, I saw a bunch of like weird runes and shit.
Yes.
I presume if I spoke Draconic, I could read what that said.
That is correct,
and,
Chris.
And
Yeah,
Orgo
yeah.
does speak Draconic. They
Yep, he
were
does.
going for reinforcements.
Yes,
They were going to get others.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what they were yelling. We're going to get to reinforcements, but you know,
Okay,
with the
so
the
Orgo's
shot
telling
of
that to everyone?
yeah, that's basically what happened
Yes, I
during
will
the
share
fight. Yeah, and Amber, she is the one that actually stopped the kobold from getting the reinforcements. So as the
Awesome.
as
There's
it's a
more
great
coming.
feature.
We better get this family to safety.
Yeah, this family, the gentleman comes over and takes his kid, and he doesn't really know what to think, so he's kind of like still shielding his children from you. And the woman, she introduces herself as Lennon Swift, and she says, "Please, thank you very much for the help, and we just don't know if you're friend or foe because there's a lot of humans around here that are killing all of the villagers here of Greenest. So we really need to get to the central keep, and if you could help us, that would be much appreciated. I just don't want anything to happen to my kids or my husband. He's already been wounded several times from these small little dragon-like creatures that are running around." So thank you very much
as you
again
can
for
see,
all
there's
of your
no
help.
humans among us. We must help this lady.
Humans always in need of help. Yeah, that's what we do.
Let
Sometimes.
us escort this woman and her young ones to this town.
All right.
To the keep?
Okay, before we get moving though, I'm thinking maybe I need to heal everybody. I've only got 2
Yes.
spells though, so it's probably going to be.
Yes, please.
Is it? How do you pronounce your name again, Chris? Your character's name?
It's Kinnerick.
Okay, so Kinnerick and Orgo both need healing the most, correct?
I'm down 5.
Yeah, I'm also down 5.
Okay, so mighty DM David, can I go ahead and
Absolutely.
make the rolls here?
Yeah, sure thing. Yeah, the same thing with your spells too. You would just drop it on the token that you want to heal, and it'll automatically heal that person for that much. Very good. So you've basically healed
Thanks.
Kinnerick. Isn't Fantasy Grounds great? Does everything, all of the math for you. Wow,
I
nice.
rolled max on both of them.
Clutch rolls.
Nice.
Wow. We've got a healer. So very nice.
And
Yeah.
I'm out of my first level spells, so we better get somewhere that we can rest now.
Mm.
Or you could just level up.
I'm sure there's no more danger
That is true
between
also.
here and the keep.
Yeah, I'm sure we're done.
Nobody saw that
I like
dragon flying around.
Yeah, there is this huge blue dragon also kind of, whisking its way around the town also.
Yeah, didn't you write this, Wolfgang? How could you do this to us?
I regret my choices.
Quick, kill the dwarf.
I like-
got this dwarf. Kill the dwarf.
Yeah, now you have to live with the consequences of this adventure.
I'm sure that
try-
dragon will.
You think
fairly-
will we survive?
I blame Steve Winter.
I would blame my co-author, except, he's not here. No, it's not fair. We can make it. I'm an optimist. Come on. We can do
Jonathan,
Sure.
as long as I know how to love, I know I will survive.
Well, I'd like to basically scan the battlefield and see if I can assess the best route for us to get to the keep.
Well, yeah, as you do that, Kinnerick, you can tell that to the north, you can see off to the left, you can see that there's like maybe a granary or a mill there, and you can see that that's being heavily attacked. Over to the right, you can see the temple and the skyline. There's lots of smoke and plumes of smoke and whatnot coming from that area. But to the north, it doesn't seem like you can see basically almost a clear path to the keep, because you can see the tower in the distance that is actually part of the keep, and it doesn't look like that area is under attack as much as the rest of the town. So there, and as you guys are looking at these kobolds, you can tell that they were carrying a lot of different probably the spoils of war, a lot of idols and statuettes, It looks like a
Yeah,
lot
can
of
we
this
search
stuff.
them?
Yeah, absolutely. Most of the
I
stuff.
pick up all my missed arrows.
Yeah, basically this is a bunch of stuff that's probably already been looted because there's a couple bags of statues and sort of like ornament type of weapons that really aren't able to be used, but just basically decorations. A lot of different pieces of silver brooches, rings, jewelry, necklaces. Really not of a lot of value, but that's definitely why they're there. They're here to loot Greenest. They are definitely here to loot Greenest. That much you can tell.
Did you say rings? You said rings.
I did say some rings, Wolfgang. I
He
did.
said jewelry and baubles.
Or go get some
And
things
ornaments.
for rings. I'm going to start collecting some extra beard rings, tokens, for gambling money later.
Yeah, there
Or
are
as a ring
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, you can look through the bag. There's quite a few rings of different materials. A lot of just plain metal rings that just really have no monetary value. But to someone of your stature that
Yeah,
that loves
make
to
it
craft
bigger
with these
tokens.
rings, yeah.
Raw
No, we
materials.
love the metal. We love the metal.
Perhaps some beard ornaments for Yuletide.
My precious.
Yes, yes.
So all of you are going to also notice that on your character sheet, you all will have 2 potions of healing as well to start the game. So because you guys are level 1, so I'm in the process of giving everybody 2 healing potions now. So, but you will all have 2 healing potions.
Oh, damn, those were healing potions? I might have drank one.
Yeah, you thought they were shots.
So how far away is that fortified mill you were talking about?
The mill, it looks to be. You could see that there's a very heavy guard contingency going over that way, Kenrick. It seems like they probably will have that under control. Now, because actually these guards actually just really ran past you and then ran south. And they actually kind of.
You mean town guards, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah, they introduce themselves as the town guards, and this is just happening as you guys are looking through the bags and noticing all this stuff is probably from Greenest. So, but it looks like guards are starting to come out, more so of the northern area. But it looks like to the north, sort of like the north to northwest where the central keep is. It doesn't look like. Doesn't look like it's really populated that way. And plus, the female, the shield maiden, her name is Lennon. She explains that we should probably get to the keep because it's probably the only safe place left in the town. She wants to get her.
He wants us to go to the keep.
Well, you guys you guys can go
To
anywhere.
the keep.
No, you guys can go anywhere. If you want to go to the mill, we can definitely go to the
We
mill.
should split the party.
I would love that.
Is there a fine Italian
Don't split the
dining
party.
restaurant?
Don't do it.
I would love
Well,
splitting
this is
the
all
party
going
at
on
level 1.
Tweedletoes.
In the
Well, this is
words
all
of
going on-
Nike, just do it.
While this is going on, Tweedletoes is going around getting some of this loot, and then he's just. These people look like they're like these people are poor folks, so I'm gonna be getting whatever loot I can, the valuables that are left over after the ring. The guy that's obsessed with rings goes through everything, and I'm gonna start just popping those into their pockets, maybe when they're not looking, just to make sure that they can sell them later.
Okay.
I figured, while this is going on, I might as well have some wealth redistribution going on as well.
You're so caring.
Well, the nobles lost it, So the thieves took it, and then now it's going to the poor folks so they can feed their kids.
Why don't we get this family to safety so we can take other actions where they're encumbering us right now? So
Yeah, she says,
Says
please,
the grown-up in the
please,
family.
sirs, I just, my spear is in bad shape, and my husband is in bad shape, and I don't have anything that I can pay, but I would really appreciate it if you could get me to the keep.
we can do it.
We can do that.
Thank you, good elf. Thank you. All right, so you guys want to head towards the keep. So we will you can back out of the map a little bit. I didn't put a lot of lighting on this map, but you'll be able to see that the keep is sort of like to your half right. It's towards the top of the map, and basically you can just almost you really can't follow the road to where you're at. You can, yeah, you can follow the road up and then take a right, your first right. That'll take you to the keep, basically.
If reinforcements are coming, won't they be coming down the road? You might want to find another way there.
Well, I don't think Amber didn't let that kobold get away. That one kobold was yelling for reinforcements, but it doesn't look like the kobold got very far though.
Okay,
But there are still a lot of other
There's
still a lot of other groups of these robed figures. Some of these they look like small walking. Well, actually, probably about the size of a bear. These lizards that are running around about the size of a bear. You've seen several of those skedaddle in between the houses, and with the kobolds. So, yeah, there's definitely quite a few more. Actually, there's quite a few more of these baddies running around.
All right, let's get these good people to safety, and then we can go deal with some baddies.
Okay. So as you guys get to the very southern portion, you guys travel up north. You guys are able to avoid several of these other excursions that are running around, and the dragon. You can actually feel the wind flapping from the dragons as the dragon lowly whisk over the forest area as you're moving through, and you can actually feel the wind, the bursts of wind coming off of its wings as it's flapping it. And as you get to the base of the keep, you can now see that there are guards up on the ramparts at the top of the keep shooting down. There are several orcs and several of these. They appear to be like a dragonborn type of humanoid that appear to be attacking the castle. But as you guys are running up the hill, you are being met by another contingency of baddies. So there's one last little batch of baddies that you're going to have to take out before you get to the keep. And we'll go ahead and we'll take our break here because it's like 8 o'clock y'all's time. So we'll take our 10-minute break, and then we'll come back, and then we'll continue on. So yeah,
all right,
time's already flown by. So yeah, we'll get you guys to keep couple more bad guys in the way, and then it looks like you'll be able to get to Lennon and her husband and kids to the keep. And then from there,
we could always just say watermelon and then start our sentences.
That's right.
That's true. You
watermelon.
Code word column watermelon.
Nice.
Because that's so much easier than pushing a button.
Right.
Yeah,
We create this whole ideology and a whole cultural system around it instead of having to push a button.
Exactly.
Yeah. You pray to the god Vectron before talking.
All right, everybody have a good break.
Mm-hmm.
We did.
Yep.
All
It
right.
was amazing.
Watermelon.
Watermelon.
Don't forget, watermelon first, then speak. Button, watermelon, then speak. All right, so you guys we'll kind of go on here. It's getting a little later. So you guys are able to get through. You're able to avoid several other encounters with these appear to be some type of maybe wizards or magi's that are wearing these dark brown cloaks. Look dark brown, dark gray. And as you guys come up, you cross the small little stream. And let me sync the map up with you guys. We'll share it again, and then we'll also sync it. And you
He'll
guys
share it for everyone but Chris.
Yeah, you don't get the map, Chris. Did it ever pop up for you, Chris?
It popped up. It's just I just see the icons and grayness.
That is weird, man. Yeah,
Well, the Forgotten Realms is a vast gray plain as far as
it is.
That's why it's forgotten, perhaps.
Right, it's forgotten.
It is going through the sundering right now, so I think your map actually probably was affected by that. So as you guys get across a small stream, you can see that there are some more kobolds at the top of this hill, along with some of these robed figures that are running down to meet you. Now, however, you do notice that these these, whatever they are, wizards, magi's, they are within range, and the kobolds are within range of the keep. So you are also going to have support from the archers that are up on the ramparts of the keep helping you as well. And they acknowledge and they see you down there, and they're yelling. Although there's chaos going around everywhere around you, they're still telling you to get to the keep. So you guys can go ahead and roll initiative again. Here are all of the kobolds and these other fanaticals or robed figures that you see in front of you. All right, so everybody roll initiative again.
As soon as we see these kids, or as soon as we see these the enemy, can I kind of like turn around and yell to the kids, get down near the stream?
Yeah, they heed your word, and they all climb down into where the water meets the edge, and they're basically lying down flat on the mud. And it looks like both
be silent and just stay down.
Yeah, it looks like both the mother and the father are going to also join you for battle also. All right, so let's see initiatives.
Or go like tripped in the mud.
Dweedletoes, you had a great initiative. It looks like we're missing.
I've been trying to sober up.
One more.
That's still left over.
Cartwheeled in.
That's still left over from last time. Sorry.
Okay, no problem.
I have a terrible initiative now.
We all slipping in the mud. It's a big slip and slide party.
Whee!
All right, so it looks like Cuth is going to go first. Cuth is the father of these children, and Cuth is running into a kobold, and he is going to.
He's like, my name is Cuth.
Exactly. He has like an improvised statue in his hand from one of those bags, and it looks like he's just going to run up and clobber the hell out of. I almost said something else, but he's going to clobber the hell out of this kobold here as he charges in. And he attacks. Okay, he's going to clobber the shit out of this kobold. There we go. Oh, so I attacked the wrong kobold, but nonetheless, it's a hit. And let's see, kobold number 5 is going to take damage, and he almost takes him. This kobold staggers back, but the implemented weapon just wasn't enough to kill the kobold in one swoop hit. So let's see. Let's go to next is looks like his wife is up now. Well, she had a pretty good initiative. She's going to run up, and she's going to help her husband assist on this kobold as she takes her broken spear and attacks the kobold. And she actually misses. All right, Kenrick, you're up now.
Okie doke. Alright, I'm going to move up a little bit. And then I am going to, I think, firebolt.
Okay. You can also tell that one of these, all of you, you can tell that the kobold on the very far right also has wings. You can see that this kobold has wings. It is the only kobold that has wings.
It came all the way from first edition.
Here's your dragon!
Get it!
Very nice hit, Kenrick, with your firebolt.
That's a very old kobold.
Alright, cultist, why don't you suck some of this?
Nice.
And the cultist does as you shoot him with your firebolt directly in his chest, and he just kind of looks at you and falls over dead.
Well, you said you're a death cultist. There you go.
You're welcome.
All right, so let's go to next up is Amber. A little bit of.
Now you said I could
dark...
move and attack. Is that correct?
You can, yeah. You can move, attack, and move as long as you have movement left. You can continue to move until you're out. Oh.
Or I can only move.
Oh, what a! You get the prices right for that.
Did you have one of those earlier, Rachel?
I apparently tripped over. Who is that in front of me there? Is that the elf? I don't know who that is. I'm tripping over.
Yeah, I think
it's Vane.
Yeah, it is Vane. This is the second time you've had a fumble tonight. Wow.
Apparently it's all the booze I'm drinking.
Yeah, I think it is. Vane, you're up now.
You even changed the color of your dice, too.
Yeah,
I
she's
did,
afraid
and I
of her love
changed
for
my
me.
beverage as well.
Well, you know,
Maybe I
never to
need
mix your
bless you
drinks.
with Lady Luck. My goddess is Lady Luck. It's Timora, so maybe I should bless you with her luck, and that will help you.
Yes, come rub on me.
I gave you a hug earlier. That apparently didn't work.
That was the wrong kind of rubbing.
God.
This is getting awkward.
I meant the luck, you dirty folk.
Just wore off, you know.
All right, so Vane, what say you? Oh, actually, Amber. Well, you had your crit miss, so yeah, Vane. What are you gonna do this round? Lots of enemies. Lots of enemies ahead.
Yeah. I think I'm going to use my longbow on the cloaked individual.
Sure. Yeah, cultist number 2. You can hover over and tell what you can tell which one is identifying.
Cultist number
them.
2.
All right. Very nice. Ooh, barely a miss. Ooh. Think like you're just
But
gonna hit him.
someone behind him, right? I mean, that makes sense.
It buries into the ground
Looks
right
like
beside him.
both
Yeah.
you ladies need some help. Need Lady Luck's blessing. You can visit me later, and we'll take care of that.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
Wait a
come
minute.
save us.
First kobold's gonna
Oh, and
go
bring
up
the
and
mead.
attack Cuth. Bring the mead. I love it. Attacking Cuth, hitting him, and doing a total of 3 damage to Cuth. He staggers back. Next kobold looks like he's charging into the group.
Yes, into the drunks who are missing.
Looks like he's going to attack Amber with his dagger.
As I swagger back and forth.
Ooh, yeah, and he catches you as you swagger towards him. He hits you for a total of 3 piercing damage from his dagger. Now,
So we're like first level, right? Does that kill me?
No, it doesn't. No, you're in pretty good shape still. Let's see, you have 14 first level hit points. You're in pretty good shape. You're a fighter. You get 1d10. All right, so the next kobold is running up 2, 3, 20, and 25 feet. 25 feet. He attacks Orgo with his dagger.
No!
Yes. Oh, and he hits with a 17. Oh my goodness, Orgo. Oh, you hit
Kobold's got
wow.
hot dice.
6, yeah. 6 damage, so you're actually in a weakened condition, which is over 50% damage. Dweedletoes, you're also over 50. Let's see, let's go to the next kobold, which is going
I
to
know
be...
you've betrayed them, Wolf.
Clearly.
Don't kill our
That's
healer.
right. I forgot I took damage earlier. I totally forgot to heal myself. I was busy healing everyone else.
Drink your potion. Drink your potion. It's mead.
Yeah, just about everybody has... I'm in the process of putting pendants on your sheet to drink your potions too. So, all right, this kobold is going to move. This kobold is going to attack Linen. He attacks her with his dagger and misses. She sort of just takes her shield and blocks his attack away. All right, Dweedletoes, you're up now.
Right, refresh my memory here with 5th edition. It's been a little while since I played. Am I able to drink a potion, move, and attack as well?
You can pull your potion out as part of your movement action, but to actually take the potion, it's going to take your standard action.
Okay, so could I drink my potion and then fire an arrow?
No, because you only get 1 standard action per turn. So
Okay.
you can either
Well, I
you can
think
fire or drink a potion, pretty much.
I'm more worried about these enemies right now, so I think I'm going to move and then fire on these guys then. So let's see here.
Okay. Yeah, and you have plenty of room between, because you notice that the kobolds over on the right looks like they're trying to sweep around. Great move, great move. So you have the field open to
Abandoning
you.
the kids.
All right, so Kobold 1. You hit Kobold 1. Very nice. Kobold 1 goes down with an arrow to the throat. Goes down. Nice shot, Dweedle. Very nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
Good one.
All right,
Lady Luck is on my side.
the winged kobold. Let's see, the winged kobold has a sort of like a rock, a larger rock, but it looks like it's gonna move up, and it's gonna attack. It's gonna get into a. Actually, it's going to get into view to where it can attack Vane, and it has this big rock, not in a sling, because you've already noticed that these kobolds have been using slings, the entire time. But this actually is. This kobold's a little bit bigger than the other ones, and it takes this boulder and just kind of chucks it at you. Not like a hill giant boulder or something. Yeah, exactly.
Just
not
a
a
small
boulder.
one.
Yeah, a small
Yeah,
boulder.
it's literally like when it drops to my feet, it's like this big.
Yeah, and it actually
Like the
misses
halfling
you.
boulder.
Yeah, this kobold, he launches it, and it lets out some draconic, and then this boulder kind of lands about 3 feet in front of you, kind of sinks down into the soft earth a little bit, and then it just says, "Uh-oh." You can hear it say, "Uh-oh," and then that's it. All right, so Orga, you're up now.
Much stronger.
Oh, I thought I was going to be so
adorable.
clever with the
I
mage
give him a
armor.
slow clap.
But they're right on top of me. It's time to bring out the axe.
I hear creepy music. Something bad's gonna happen.
Right.
Nah.
Yes, Wolfgang's
We
going.
just
It is
need to
bad.
make it until the music picks up.
Nice hit on kobold number 3,
No, don't go
Orgo.
upstairs.
Yeah,
Thanks. I'm
nice hit.
trying to. There we
Very
go.
nice damage, and you kill kobold number 3. Smash his
Hey, your
skull
dice
in
look
with
like
your
they're
weapon.
golden.
Yeah, cool color
Are
there.
correct golden dice.
All right, looks like
Nice.
we are up to the top of round 2, where Cuth is going to continue to attack this first kobold with his improvised statue that he found back there, and he hit. Let's see if Cuthbert can take out the end. He does. The kobold goes down. Kobold number 5 is down and out, incapacitated. All right, Cuthbert is going to move up. He's going to charge in. He's yelling, "For the town of Greenest!"
New confidence.
And he runs in, "For the town of Greenest!" And he's like kind of limping in because he's already been hurt a couple times, and
No.
he's got these bandages around his head, bandages around his,
Oh,
he
no.
had to make
Don't
like
be a
a
fool, man.
a makeshift walking
You're
stick
in
no
the
more
head, for
spells.
Christ's
assisting
sake.
him. All right, let's go to the cultists now. I'm sorry, the individuals that are here. My bad on that.
The individuals.
Yes, the humanoids that are wielding scimitars.
We're under attack by individuals.
All right, this first robed figure runs up to Lennon and attacks her. He actually hits Lennon with a rapier, slashes her for a total of 6 slashing damage, and she's actually badly hurt. You can see that she's got several wounds opened up on her arm, and you can see the blood dripping from her as she's kind of like staggering back now.
Lennon!
All right, the next cultist is going to.
Individual.
Yeah, he's gonna stay here and attack Lennon also. Oh, ugh. It's
Follower
not looking
of
good for
alternative faith.
for Lennon. Yeah. Ooh, hits Lennon
Yes,
again.
draw the fire.
They don't like to be called
Lennon
individuals. They like to
goes
be called
down.
A collective.
Yes, Lennon goes down.
Whatever you do, don't call them these people.
Yeah. Well,
They've come to
oh, you're
assimilate
saying
us.
these people? No. All right, so Lennon goes down. She gets
Man,
struck by
these
another one of
individuals
these.
right here.
Yeah, these robed
What do you mean,
figures.
these individuals?
These individuals here, these 2 individuals here, Cultist 1 and Cultist 2, have basically taken out Lennon. She has
Wow,
fallen
they don't
down.
even have names.
Yeah.
Shameful.
They
Yeah.
never question themselves, even though they're named Cultist
Just
1 and
numbers.
Cultist
Like I
2.
said,
Just numbers.
It's a collective, and they've come to assimilate us all into
Yeah, this
individuals.
is 1 of 7.
You can blame Wolfgang for that. Blame Wolfgang. No, he's not. Just kidding.
I'll take
Really
mine.
don't.
It's totally fine.
They're each one scale of a larger dragon. That's
What do you have against cultists?
Cultists are people too.
All right. Looks like a
not
couple
all
of these cultists, robed individuals, looks like they're starting to run towards the left. So Kenneruck looks like you're going to have some company also. But as this one cultist runs by, Cuth with his improvised weapon is going to get an attack of opportunity. So I will give the cultist here a attack of opportunity and misses as he misses with his statue of Pelora. All right, looks like cultist here is done. Next cultist moves in. That's pretty much all of the movement. And Cultist 6 is going to attack Cuth, and then we are done with the Cultist, and we will move on. Slashes, ooh, wow. Cuth gets hits
Ooh, that's
also.
not good.
And Cuth is, he's in pretty bad shape now. So yeah, Cuth
So the
is
mother
in-
and father are both gonna die.
no.
Close to death.
Well,
We are not watching after these kids.
No,
yeah.
orphans, we're going to have to take them with from here on out.
Yeah, that
Well,
would
they're
be pretty
already, like,
interesting.
in the river, we'll just, push them in.
Oh my
Are
gosh.
we all lawful? Except for
No.
Bane, I mean.
I don't think I'm lawful, but I'm good.
I'm good as well. I'm not
Except
gonna
for
give
my
up what
t-shirt.
my.
Chaotic neutral.
All right, so I did a death saving throw for Lennon, and she was actually successful with an 18. So, Kenrick, you're up now.
Oh, good.
Oh, so she is.
Okey-doke.
Yeah, she's just unconscious. Yeah, she's not dead.
But she's essentially stabilized now.
No, she's not.
she's
Yeah,
not
she
bleeding.
needs to be.
Every
Yeah,
time, right?
you could definitely tell that she's bleeding. Yeah. But that's the whole point of the story, guys. We're gonna, I'm gonna kill off this family here, and you guys are gonna trek through the Forgotten Worlds and the other realms and the other worlds and galaxies with these 3 kids, and you're gonna race 3 kids as part of the game. No, I'm just kidding.
So is that really the key
So it's
point
gonna
of the
be-
story?
It's gonna kind of be like real life then. Right?
Yeah.
Because
Is
that's
this
what happens on your
The
way
way
to
you
work.
wanted to get humans into the party, right?
Right.
All right,
We
so
don't need no
I've,
sneaky humans.
I've moved. I'm going to cast Lightning Lure on this cultist who's by.
Okay, very nice. Well, he's actually successful with his strength saving throw. So as you unleash that lightning, the lightning tendrils that wrap around him, he actually resists it. So the spell is not successful. Now, does he take any? Does he take any damage for saving? I can't remember offhand.
I don't think so. Let me check.
What does
yeah,
this
he only-
say?
No, if it's he takes 1d8 damage if he's within 5 feet of me. So,
Okay.
And then also, Chris needs to check off his spells as you cast them right in the spell slots
these
section.
are cantrips.
Yeah, he's using cantrips.
Oh,
yeah.
cantrips.
Oh yeah.
Those
yeah.
are cantrips? Dang.
Yeah.
Those are some nice cantrips, man.
Those are the Sword Coast Adventures Guide cantrips. Those are nice.
Yeah, I haven't seen those yet. I have the book.
Yeah,
I
there were.
I haven't read that far.
Yeah, there were 4 of them put in. They're really nice. I think I like Sword Burst is probably my favorite one though. I like Sword Burst.
Yeah, I've been trying to use it, but the enemies haven't been bunching up properly for me. So.
Yeah, we'll have to fix that then, so you can use it one time, so we can do an area of effect attack.
Nice.
So, all right. So, Kenrick, you've shot. Is resisted. We'll go to Amber next. What was she?
Now, are you playing
Jettisons.
Way to just leave me open.
Boom. I can't hear you. I think she's speaking without her push to talk.
I'm totally speaking without my.
Push that button.
Don't worry about it.
I told you.
Watermelon,
I told you it would
watermelon.
happen.
Nice hit.
You missed all that
Yeah, nice hit.
amazing dialogue just now.
Saw it. It was great. Wow.
Looked like you were really
Another
getting into it.
explosion.
All right, 26. Let's see, versus the Winged Kobold.
Dang.
He explodes and takes out 3 cultists.
Mm.
Exactly. That is exactly what happens.
Totally. Inspiration.
We've all become inspired. We all sprout wings.
Ah.
All right, let's see your damage.
Hold on, I gotta find the damage button. Here we go.
No problem.
I
Very
forgot I
nice.
have to do that
Wow.
part, too.
Yeah, you take the kobold out. I mean, you hit him right in the throat with this arrow, and you can see blood kind of spewing everywhere as he falls down to his knees, and his wings kind of flutter and just fall over dead. Oh, nice shot.
Now, who
Nice.
is the dragon killer?
Ooh.
Nice
You rip
work,
off its
Lady
wings
Luck is
and
finally
you
with
toss
you.
him to Tweedletoes.
It was all that rubbing Tweedletoes.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Our lucky half.
Oh, Vane,
on.
you're up now.
All right, there's a lot going on. There's kobolds exploding. There's children crying. Can I try a sneak attack on cultist number 2?
Let's see. They've already had. I'll tell you what. You can. Yes, with cultist number 2, you can absolutely.
Okay, so the mechanics of fantasy ground.
Actually, you can't because that target is incapacitated. So, yeah. But I'll tell you what.
Okay.
If you want to move and then attack cultist 6 because you're using a longbow, you got hella range. You can shoot to the end of this map probably. So if you want to kind of move to the left and then shoot cultist 6 up at the top, you can have sneak attack for sure. Well, Cuth is Cuth is still up. So just like 10 feet, like right here, just where you get a plain plain view shot.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay,
Yep.
so
And then
with
you
the
can attack.
mechanics of fantasy grounds, what do I have to do with the little sneak attack icon? Do I drag that up to my longbow damage? Or...
Yeah, we got to see if you hit first. So let's see if you hit first.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's no problem. It's super easy to do. So we'll see if you hit. I'm sure you'll probably hit. You got a hell of a hit. So yep, there you. So you hit. Now what you're going to do is take that little walking zombie pendant that says sneak attack and drop that on you. Drop that on your token. So that's going to give you sneak attack for your next shot. So there you go. Perfect. You got sneak attack on you, and now you'll take your damage and throw it on that cultist up there, cultist number 6. And when you do that, it'll do the D6 and then also the damage from sneak attack, which I forgot to adjust the damage for your sneak attack. So you're going to see a couple extra 6-sideds come out. But yeah, see, there you go. There's just a couple extra 6-sided. I was just goofing around experimenting with it. So yeah, with your
I love rogues.
6 plus 3 and 3, so you do a total of 12 damage with sneak attack. Yeah, cultist 6 just doesn't have a chance. So he is out incapacitated. He is totally dead. All right, so if you want to take any other movement, you still have like 25 feet of movement or 5 squares. So you can continue to move around if you want. And then we'll go on to a couple kobolds. All right, so one kobold is going to come down to Amber. So you can go ahead and do your movements as I do these attacks. So let's see. The attack on Amber with, nice, a fail. So that is a crit miss. We'll move on to the next kobold. Yeah, I think it was the drunkenness that kind of threw him off. He was going left as you were going right.
Bobby
so
and me.
yeah. All right, so the next kobold's coming down to attack you also. That's unfortunate. All right.
I may not bob and weave this one as well.
No, you didn't, because he hit you with a 14. Now, however, you're going to take, you're going to take 6 damage, so now you are in a weakened condition. You're over 50% damaged. So, yeah, you've got 2 kobolds on you down there. So now we're going to go to Dweedletoes. So Dweedletoes, it looks like all of the children are safe. They're kind of down, in the mud, right on the edge of the bank of the and the shore. So.
Okay, so I want to help this mother and father as much as I can, but I also can't, end up killing myself here. So I'm going to target myself, drink a healing potion.
Whoops.
If this works here.
Yep, it sure did. Yeah, very nice. All right, so you're feeling
inventory
refreshed.
Here.
Yep. Just yep.
Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and move up to here, and that is going to be it for me.
Very nice. All right, so Orgo.
Yeah, so I was going to do a non-combat spell with the whole mage armor thing, but now I see Amber and the kids threatened by these. I don't know.
Yeah?
Yes, come save the helpless.
I'm coming down here. I'm bringing the axe. Let's see what we can do with this kobold down there.
Very nice hit.
Yeah.
As you bludgeon it with your,
well,
you slice it with your battle axe. Nice 14. Definitely hit.
Didn't see it coming.
Very nice. You decapitate the orc from behind, and as the head falls off, you can just kind of see Amber standing there, kind of swaying around.
I'm gonna say, children to the west, get away from here.
Yes, save the children.
All right,
Yes,
so looks like the children are starting to get up. They're heeding your word. So any other
You're
movement?
getting
I
an
think you got
upfront
some
view
more.
of the battle. I'm a little concerned.
Yeah, well, you got a little bit more movement too, Orgo. So if you want to move in towards the other kobold, you can do that. You still have plenty of movement.
Sure thing.
And now-
All up in his grill.
Yeah, you are. Cuth is going to move up
Yes, you
and also attack. Cuth is going to attack this this cultist here, and Cuth gets a hit. Wow, he actually gets a hit. And let's see, the damage on the cultist is a total of 4. So the cultist is in pretty bad shape. All right, now let's go with the cultist. Cultist is going to move in and attack. Looks like he's going to attack. Try to go for Cuth. They're going to try to take Cuth out. Cuth looks wounded, and Cuth is
This is not good.
Cuth is actually hit. So Cuth takes minimum damage, but Cuth goes down. You hear him as you see the scimitar slash. He raises his scimitar up, and Cuthbert falls. Doesn't mean he's dead. He's just unconscious. But you guys will have to.
It's going to keep me busy for the next 2 rounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I have a
possibly.
question, David. What does
Sure.
inspiration? What can I do with inspiration? Like if I was inspired by seeing him go down.
Oh, now that would, if you use your inspiration, that would give you advantage on your next attack roll, saving throw, or skill check, or for other things too. I mean, I've been, sometimes people have rolled horrible damage and are like, man, I wish I could use inspiration on it. And I'm thinking, okay, well, I'll let you do it if you can think of a great, quick little story for me real quick. And so I let people use
the
inspiration
father
for
going down
anything.
reminds me of
Pretty
my own
much.
father going down
Yeah.
in battle. And brings up the anger of the fallen.
And if you wanted to use your inspiration, you would get basically advantage on your next attack. So you would roll twice and take the best roll. So that's how it works. All right, cultist number 2 is going to move up and looks like he's gonna move up and attack Vane. Wow, you guys are.
No way.
Yeah. Yes way. Yeah. But it's to know. Don't worry about it because you dodge. You've got the feet like a cat, so you're able to dodge out of the way.
Meow.
Cultist number 3. Now that Cuth is down, and now that Lennon is down, this cultist is going to come down and try to attack Kinnerek and take him out. This evil magic user, as he rolls a critical fumble. Oh my goodness, that's good for you guys. And now the last
He steps and
cultist,
falls on his dagger.
which is number 5, is going to actually move around and come down to the action down here and attack Amber.
Yes, come join the
Way
party.
too close to the kids.
And
Children,
Mrs.
what did I
Amber
tell you, flee.
slashes you with a scimitar, and you're able to take your bow and parry the sword away. All right, now let's go to
Yes, that is what I did.
let's see, Lennon gonna do another saving throw for her. All right, so she failed, so she's passed
Yep,
one,
still
failed
dead.
one. Definitely. All right, Kinnerek, you're up.
No, it's
Alrighty.
it's 3 total, correct?
Yes, yep. First 1 to 3, either 3 successes or 3 fails. And a 20 means that
Okay,
you
so I need to
stabilize,
her as soon
or
as possible.
or if you roll a 1, that's 2 death saving throw fails. So she could actually, if she rolls a 1 next round, she can actually die. So
I'm hoping I'll stabilize her before that, but
gotcha.
Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, we don't want
Sorry about
kids.
that,
All right.
Kinnerek.
I'm going to draw my
No
short
kids.
sword and bust out with some elf sword play
Ooh,
on his ass.
nice slash.
Nice.
Very nice hit. Probably take him down. He's already wounded, so. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep. He cultist number 3 goes down. As he
Let me show you
says,
some of my sweet blade singing moves.
he says, "Why me, elf?" Because he was another elf. As you basically run him through. Why me, elf? We were brothers.
Because
You were wearing the robes.
You were an individual.
Because you were evil, motherfucker. That's why.
That's a good answer.
Nice. You want to take any other movement, Kinnerek? You can go ahead and do that, and we'll go to Amber as you do your movement and stuff.
Okay.
All right,
All right, I have a question.
Amber?
Running
Sure.
between these guys, do they get to take a attack of opportunity?
No,
or can I
they
just
do
move
not.
through them?
No, you can move through. You can, like, if you want to move through them like this, yeah, you won't take an attack of opportunity. Now, if you move here, you're leaving their reach, and then that would provoke the attack of opportunity from not one but both. So you're right here, right? So yeah. Now, yeah, if you move any which way to the left or to the right, you're going to take an attack of opportunity from one or the other.
But okay, so if I leave their
Or-
reach, do I take a
Yeah, or you can use your action to disengage. If you want to use your action to disengage, that will allow you to move up to your movement without provoking an attack of opportunity. So you can basically run out of there and get out of there and let let Orvo handle
Yeah,
those.
you throw down a smoke bomb and then you.
Well, I basically want to move up and still fire with my bow. I don't want to change weapons. So if I move up 15 feet in front of me, will I provoke?
Yeah, you will. You'll provoke twice. You'll take two attacks of
Okay.
opportunity. You can also shoot them
Okay.
point blank. You won't provoke an attack of opportunity if you shoot point blank. You'll just be shooting with disadvantage. So you'll roll twice, take
And
the
that's
lowest roll.
-2, or what is that?
No, that's roll twice, take the lowest.
Okay, but what if I am inspired by seeing the father go down? Does that negate the disadvantage?
No, I'm afraid not. No, not in this case because you have
Damn.
two. Yeah,
Good
that was a nice try though.
negotiating
Good
That was
try.
that was nice.
Nice try.
That was a nice try.
all right.
You're just too drunk. Paul.
So if you want to attack
All right,
one of these,
so my options here.
oh,
So
go ahead.
okay, so if I want to attack one of them, can I switch weapons? Or
Sure,
what are the rules on
absolutely.
that?
Yeah, it's part of your switching weapons. It doesn't even cost an action anymore. It's just part of your movement. So you can pull out your short sword. I know you got a short sword, so you can pull out your short sword and and attack with your short
And
sword.
not hit with it.
No, you do. You hit it. You hit 7 plus
No,
6.
you
hit with the
You
seven.
hit. Yeah, you hit Kobold number 4. Yeah. All right, and you
And you
killed
took
him.
it down,
Yeah,
nice.
you took the Kobold out. Yeah. Very
So
nice.
you didn't even need to negotiate with the DM.
Look at that.
I know, but it's so much fun.
Good to know your options.
All right, so let's go to if you want to. Well, you can still take movement. You can like kind of run around this guy as much as you want. You just can't
I
leave
do now,
his
yes.
space. Yeah, you
Okay,
just
I
can't
want to go
leave his
protect the
reach.
children.
Okay, so
Look
okay.
at me protecting the children.
I
Or
like
here, I'm gonna
that.
even protect them that way.
Ooh.
There we go.
Between, I like that. Nice. All right. So yeah, you get positioned over there, and looks like the
She
children
really
are
is
starting to.
drunk.
Yeah, the children are falling
Look, I'm
back.
almost lawful good.
The children
She's
definitely
lawful
get fallen
good when
back.
she drinks.
They're running from me. They're like, "Ooh, she smells."
Thanks, lady. You hear one of them say, "Thanks, lady. You're the best." All right, let's go to Vane. You're up now.
All right. I want to attack cultist number 2.
Okay.
So, you were saying something about there being a penalty for using the point blank.
Correct.
Longbow,
Yeah, your
or-
bow. Yep. You would get a penalty, and it would be disadvantage. So if you want to attack with your bow on cultist number 2, in the very bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you'll see the DIS button, and you'll just click it. It'll light up red, and then that's when you would just do your attack. And then it'll roll twice and take the worst roll. Very nice. Even with disadvantage,
Wow,
you
still
still hit. Yeah, you still hit. So you can go ahead and get. You can have sneak attack because you have Dweedle Toes. He's there, so you can take your sneak attack
Sweet.
pendant, put it on top of you, and then attack. And I fixed your sneak attack damage, so you're only doing 1d6 now. So.
Was that like a direct shot to the eye there?
It was wherever you want it to hit. There you go. So you take the cultist
Yeah.
out. Yeah, max
Nice.
damage, sneak attack damage is minimal, but the cultist goes down. Cultist number 2.
Sweet.
Nice job. All right, you can take movement too, so you can go ahead and move up to your movement, and we'll go to Dweedletoes as you do your movement if you want to do any at all.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
No.
Right there.
So I'm going to cast Spare the Dying on Linan.
Beautiful cantrip, love it. All right.
Just to keep her from dying on us here, and I think that's all I can do really. I mean, I can move, but that's probably just gonna provoke an attack of opportunity. So I guess I'll just stay put.
Yeah, it's casting Spare the Dying. It doesn't provoke. So, yeah, you get you say your words from your deity, and you spare her. So basically, she's at 0 hit points, but doesn't have to make saving throws anymore. Now, Cuth, on the other hand, he'll need to, but. Good job with that, Spare the Dying. A lot of clerics forget to use that, but good job though, Jonathan.
Yeah, so I take my holy symbol, which is made up of coins, and it has one big coin for Timora Lady Luck, and I just kiss that and then push it to her forehead. I go, Timora will grant you one more chance.
Nice. Orgo, you can go ahead and go, and if you'd like to move, you can go ahead and move, but you take the attack though, Tweedle. But Orgo, you're up. You got this last cultist down here. Looks like the tide has turned. No.
It has. I feel lucky. I feel almost inspired.
Oh.
Maybe
That's how you really feel.
maybe I should pick up the axe and put down the spells more often. It feels good to have a battle axe.
The weight.
And a foe. Can I take advantage? Can I use the inspiration on this guy?
Absolutely,
I
yeah.
feel it's my last opportunity.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Ooh, but your inspiration really. It just wasn't
But
enough.
you avoided a natural one.
That's very true.
That is a small prize.
All right,
maybe
so
I should put the axe back down.
we're to the top.
You know,
Inspiration.
Go ahead.
time
I'm
is
sorry
over.
about that. Go ahead, Chris.
every dwarf has an axe fail once in a while.
It happens to every dwarf.
Yeah,
It
you
does,
just-
yeah.
You lose a few toes, it's fine.
I thought you were going to pick up your portable anvil and smash it on his head from behind.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Well,
Next
Orgo,
time.
you can join the ladies' night for some meat later. I'll grant you some luck.
all right, so we're to the top of the round, and the archers basically take out the last couple cultists that you guys are engaged with, almost hitting you several times. So the combat is over.
Say, hey, we're working here.
You guys are out of combat, and you have Cuth. He is unconscious, and you can still, all around you. It seems like there are more and more of these individuals. I guess we'll just call them individuals. More and more of these robed figures. More and more of these giant lizards. You can actually see that there is a very huge, probably 7 foot tall. It looks like a dragonborn, but then again, as you kind of look at it a little bit more, it is not a dragonborn. It's some kind of walking half dragon man or something. And then you can see tons of kobolds, and it looks like now they're starting to surround the keep. They're still on the other side of the river from where you're at, well, the stream, but you guys still have enough time to get Cuth up, get him. You get him stabilized. You get another Spare the Dying in there, Dweedletoes.
That's the first thing I'm going to do is stabilize him.
Yeah, I figured you probably would. So you get that done. You get him to his feet. You get Lennon to her feet, and you get up to the castle. And when you get up to the castle, you can see that they're now starting to take the portcullis, and the portcullis is starting to go down, and you guys barely make it in time. You guys barely make it into the keep as the portcullis shuts down. So you guys are safely within Greenest, the center keep.
Woo!
All right, we did it. We saved these kids, and the mom and dad didn't perish.
Despite their foolishness.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know why they charged into battle with one had a statue and the other had some broken implement or something. I don't know what they were thinking.
Yeah.
It's just,
They
They should
were
have stayed
caught
down.
unawares.
The head with, yeah.
but
Well,
it's,
clearly they aren't dragon slayers like you.
Clearly. They didn't plan their
Clearly.
evening properly.
but it's the only weapon that I could find to help assist with killing all of these kobolds. If I would have had a sword, I would have attacked with a sword, sir.
Well, there were all those weapons of the dead things that we killed that you could have used. But
No, they only had ornaments on them.
Where are you from originally? That's a very unique accent. Do you perhaps hail from the Dalelands?
Silence.
Talking to me?
Oh, no.
Who are you talking to?
With you, right, Amber?
Oh, I thought that was Cuff talking earlier.
Yes, it is. From the Dalelands? No, I'm not from the Dalelands. No, he goes, no, I'm not from the Dalelands. As his voice changes about 2 or 3 times.
Where's that accent? Are you sure that you're from around?
I am not from the
Lots of countries
Dalelands.
have a north.
Usually all of my voices will end up sounding Spanish by the end anyway, so all of them do. So you guys are in the safety of the keep, and you can see that there's actually quite a few guards in here. There's a couple dozen guards. They get the portcullis down. The gate has now come down, and it looks like there's several guards coming up to you with an individual that is pretty much dressed. I don't want to say like royalty, but he comes up to you and introduces himself as Governor Nighthill, and this is what Governor Nighthill looks like. He is, and you can also see, yes, exactly. He's actually got his arm in a cast, so it looks like that he's actually been wounded. And he introduces himself to Governor Nighthill. He has a very scraggly red-haired dwarf. No offense at all to Amber there, but he introduces himself as...
These are sideburns.
Oh my goodness. He introduces himself as, hello, my name is Escabet the Red, and I am the defense minister here of the keep. And he says, well, I've never seen you here in Greenus before. What brings you here? We didn't know if you were part of this attack, if part of these robed cultists or part of the kobolds. So I withheld launching any arrows at you. But when we had seen you killing the robed figures and all of the kobolds down below, that's when we decided to help you. And I'm sorry we didn't help you sooner, but we just didn't know what side you were on.
We killed a lot of individuals and dragon lords.
Dragon lords?
We came from
What?
we came from a caravan.
Yes,
a caravan that
is.
is.
And we are not individuals.
Was it supposed to come here to the greenest? We have many caravans. This is not a good time, though. I'm going to admit, my friends. Now is not a good time to have the caravan come through, but we have many.
Can you tell us who's attacking you guys?
We honestly have no clue. We have a visitor though from Candlekeep. His name is Leosin. He is one of the spiritualists. He's quite an intelligent individual, but he is
Another individual.
thinks he might have a little bit of information on us that this might be a cult of some type of worshippers of dragons.
People.
Yes, exactly. These people, they could be worshipping dragons. I mean, there's a dragon outside attacking the castle as well. As you can see, the roof of the mage spotter here, the tower is on fire. Lots going on around here.
Is the dragon still circling through here?
The dragon has actually kind of disappeared for the time being.
You missed your chance, buddy.
Yeah, you chased it off.
Yeah, I'll have to wait till another chance comes.
Well,
around.
we've been being attacked for, I'd say, about 4 to 5 hours now, and the dragon comes and goes, and it's done that about 3 times now. So hopefully the dragon won't come back now that it is night. Hopefully it's tired and wants to get some sleep.
Dweedletoes goes running off and climbs up, and I want to be up top with my an arrow ready to fire upon the dragon if it comes back. I just go running off. I don't even talk to him anymore. I go, I shall go slay the dragon.
All right. So as you climb up, you climb up the ramparts, and the ramparts are kind of tall for you, but you find a crate that you can stand on, and you're able to see. But what you see, you don't see the dragon. What you see is like a massive skirmish line that's starting to form around the keep. And it looks like it's a massive mix of these robed individuals again. Well, now you know that they're cultists, You can see that there are a lot of kobolds that are now involved. You can also see several other individuals that are wearing purple robes. Several of these individuals wearing purple robes. And then you also see a very tall, like I was saying, a very tall, sort of like dragonborn, but not a dragonborn. He's like a half dragon. And he's wielding a massive two-handed scythe. So, it is...
I yell down to the group. I go, you might want to get up here. I go, there's a bunch of dragon lords. There's a slew of individuals. And there's there's some dragon lords. And I think there might even be some purple dragons from Cormyr up here. Maybe they're coming to help.
So Escobert, he starts to... Yeah.
That seems likely.
Escobert, he starts to take all of the...
head on the way in? Or is he always...
No, I've been partaking in the dwarven mead this whole journey.
Yes, partake.
Maybe some dwarf mushrooms as well.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
No,
Underdark mushrooms, Chris.
Now we keep that
the
under
good
the
ones.
table there.
Well, Minister, where could we be of the most use to you? As you see, we have fighting skills. So how can we help the town?
I see that, and I am very grateful for that, and I appreciate you coming from the caravan. I have people out there, not only my gods, but other individuals that live here in Greenest. It's obviously apparent that they're going for they're looting everything. They haven't not really been concentrating their attacks and their efforts on the castle for the time being. But obviously, according to the halfling, it seems like their plans could be changing. So I would need to have some help if you wouldn't mind. I am wounded. I have just enough men here at the keep to man the ramparts and kind of back these things down a little bit. We do have a secret tunnel that is under the castle, and we use that secret tunnel to go to and forth to other sections of Greenest, and it is unknown. It has not been compromised yet, and if you could use that tunnel to help out our citizens in our cathedral on the eastern side of town, I would be most grateful.
See, this is why humans cannot be trusted. There's secrets and secrets and secrets.
Secret
Tunnel fighting.
Yeah,
Tunnel
dwarves
fighting.
have never built a secret tunnel ever.
No, never.
Escobert the Red, he says,
but secret and every dwarf knows about it.
But I believe that the tunnel was built by dwarves. He seems actually pretty excited about it. It is dwarvish architecture down below.
Oh, well, then if you said that, let's go.
Aye, and we
Clearly
will.
it must be trusted now.
All right.
All right, we will take to the tunnel, and we will see if we can help out your people in the cathedral.
Well, I appreciate that, Elk.
I can't speak for everyone.
I appreciate that, Elf. And what is your name, Elf? I am, my name is Nighthill. Just call me, do not call me. I don't want the title governor. Just call me Nighthill.
All right, Nighthill. Nice to meet you. My name is Kinrick.
And who are the others here? Couple stout dwarves, I see.
Yes,
I am
Orville.
Amber of Clan Battlehammer.
Ah, the Battlehammer clan of the north. I've heard of them. Aye.
Aye, you have.
Good fighters. Good fighters. I remember the stories of the wars with the orcs. Terrible times with the clan, though, at one point.
Tragic. Do not remind me. I will take to the drink.
Aye, and we have plenty of drink when this is all said and done, my friends.
Aye.
Is the orc your husband, or you guys kind of look alike?
He is now.
Oh, very nice.
You spoke the words. I mean.
All right, so it's a little bit past 12. I don't want to keep you guys any later. So thank you guys. This is a great stopping point. You guys will enter the tunnels next session, and then we will go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed playing. I had a great time. Thank you guys so much for playing. It was a blast.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you so much
Yeah,
for
thank
running
you,
it.
David.
Woo!
And thanks for
Good time.
watching, peoples.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you everybody for
Next time we
watching.
shall have some beverage endorsements.
Dude, that would be awesome.
We have
would
our
be great.
priorities.
We'll keep drinking till we get some.
I'll have to get
Yes.
some
We will.
Killians.
there's going to be a wedding, so we need to drink.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
The Orc and the Dwarf.
Yes.
A Thunderhammer wedding. Yeah, I'm all for it. Well, good job, everybody. Great job. And if you guys need any help, I think next time we're meeting is in January. So if I don't speak to you guys again, I hope you guys have happy holidays and all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys for next session next month. And if you guys have any questions
Next
at all,
year.
yeah,
All right.
feel free to drop me an email. You guys have me an email if you have any questions at all. And also, you guys are
This
now
is
level
great.
2. You guys are, congratulations, you're
Oh,
all
wow,
level
that's
2 as well.
cool.
So
Nice.
All right.
level
Now
up.
I could be a real
Yeah.
blade singer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yay.
So if you
Someday
guys
one of
want
those will be a real boy.
to, if you guys want to let me know what you want for level 2, I'll go ahead and I'll update your character sheets for you, so you won't have to do that. So, like Jonathan, you tell me what second level stuff you want. You know, Chris, you would do the same. Wolfgang, everybody. So, and in fact, I'll contact all of you guys individually when I get to probably sometime next week or so when I level up your characters, and then I'll just help each one of you guys level them up individually, and it'll be you guys will come back as level 2, some more hit points and some more goodies to play with. So, but thanks for playing.
Now, are
everybody.
we coming back to this scenario?
Yeah, we
Or
are
level
for
2?
sure. Yep, absolutely. But even when we continue on, you guys are going to be level 2. So we're going to have some fun. We're going to
Okay.
time warp all around the place.